Man. And we got to talk about this, bruh. Let me wait for some people to come up in here. For real.
Earth is really hell.
Let's listen to question everything before.
I need to stick to Earth really hell because we got a whole book we can decipher. Hell, we got multiple books we can decipher. So I'm gonna bring that series back as well. Don't worry about it. It's not.
What's good, Blackberry? Man, I don't know if you know, but Saad just put out a whole little wow, bro. Saad here crying. He disrespected the fuck out of me, fam. Why you want this information gone, Saad? Let me see if I can find the audio from the homie channel. Hold on. Damn, you banging over here. I'm trying to find it. Hold on, y'all. I hope y'all can hear. Hold on. He laughing right now. We listening to question everything, y'all. From my other computer.
Yo. God. Damn.
Hold on.
Yo.
He gonna talk about it in a second. Hold on.
How the fuck you did that so quick? This nigga say he flagging everything. Oh man.
Why you so pressed, huh?
So I haven't been streaming for a couple of days, man. I've been working really hard. Trying to record. I got literally 2 left.
I'm trying to find the part where you know, because I don't want to play it off the little crybaby shit. We was digging in too deep on his ass. Now I might have to go delete some evidence because that's what the bitch nigga want. He crying, y'all.
I hope y'all enjoy the series that I do.
Not question everything, but Sonetta crying. He threatening to flag everybody. He over there talking about me, talking about Queen Stone, you bitch, you and all this and that or whatever. I don't even know. Bro, this nigga done lost his mind, fam.
It's kind of ironic.
Now, when I turned my computer on to set up the live, I heard question everything talking about it. So that's what I'm, you know what I'm saying? Hold on. And then I'm gonna chop this shit up.
He named a few people, excuse me. He named a few people. Queen Thrones was one of them, and quite a few others. And then he turned around and said everybody. So to me, I think this was a way, because now the shit looks suspect to me. Because if the shit ain't true, remember he said that he was going to sue everybody.
He gonna play it in a minute, y'all. He gonna play it in a minute. I just don't want to play it off of my shit. You know what I'm saying? So bear with me. Give me a couple of seconds.
Oh, my sound is low. I hate when that happens. I don't know why it does that sometimes. I had to make this this live stream really, really quick. Make sure y'all share the live stream. I was right too. I was right. I get more views. I did the test, and yeah, when it's drama, the views do go up.
Of course.
I mean, I can't say videos I do have stick to Earth really help, but what I was saying is that I find it a little ironic that he was saying he was going to sue everybody that was making these quote unquote slanderous videos about him. So that's why I'm not using his video. I just got the screenshot up. And now later at night, excuse me, he said he's flagging everybody's shit. And he named Queen's Thrones and he named some other people. And then he say, I'm gonna just flag them all. Well, that don't make sense to me. If you plan on suing everybody for slander, why are you taking the videos down? You can use that as evidence. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it kind of it makes him look worse.
Facts.
You know,
big facts.
Because if there isn't any truth in it, it shouldn't. I mean, it is what it is. You know, especially if you're gonna go ahead with the lawsuit. Now, if he wasn't saying nothing about a lawsuit, and people are saying things about him that's not true, if you want to flag him, that's his business. You know what I'm saying? But what up? What up? Shout out to Queens of Hearts. Appreciate you. See Diamond up in here.
See, I didn't even tell him that I was listening or whatever. I was setting up my live because Council had told me in Taharka Bay's live. So that's what we just listening for.
Why you so
right
why
quick,
so
and then I'm a, you know what I'm saying? Anybody want to come up? I'm gonna drop the link. Hold on.
You need to change your name to Meta Netcha. Because you starting to look just as fake. So we're gonna back it up, and this song is for you.
Bang, bang. He playing a song.
Nigga, I'm flagging niggas out here in these streets, nigga.
Hold on, we gonna listen to it though. Fuck
shit, nigga. I'm a motherfucking snitch, nigga. I be flagging niggas every day. That's how I be. Nigga, fuck Omega Gang. Wow, I'm flagging while I'm snitching.
Hey.
I'm clicking.
Hey.
I'm flagging while I'm snitching. I'm flagging while I'm clicking. I'm flagging while I'm snitching. I'm flagging while I'm clicking. I'm flagging, I'm snitching. I'm clicking, I'm snitching. Yeah. All up in the hood.
Hold on, y'all.
Snitching and I'm clicking.
Alright, hold on.
Check.
Alright. I'm waiting for that audio. He was getting it in though, y'all.
Kid Fresh. Kid Fresh.
I don't even know where the timestamp is.
What's that? Never heard that.
Damn it.
What song you got? We already know that their views have plummeted. Nobody is fucking with them now, right? You know, none of them right now. You know what I'm saying? I think, wait a minute, wasn't it Dr. Inky? I think. And I think that's who we really talking about. See, but I'm not giving Dr. Inky a full pass because I still haven't, you know, he haven't addressed that Freemasonry, Illuminati connection, you know, but he is pointing some fingers. So, you know, I'm not associating myself with nobody that has a direct connection to any of these motherfuckers. You know, like niggas trying to savage the conscious community like there's something savageable. Like you can savage that shit. Like once it's tainted, you have to throw the whole thing away and start from scratch. Niggas want to save some of it. Some of these niggas want to save some of it because they have a portion of their revenue come from it. Like I said, at the end of the day, a lot of these motherfuckers don't give two bits of shit about you, man. They only want to make money off you. You dollar signs to them. You feel me?
Well, I'm looking for that part.
I hope people understand.
I can also, hold on, let me just go there. I'll just change the speed. Yeah, man. Hold up. Y'all, he got your girl fucked up. Give me 1 second. Hold up. Hold up. Hold on. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right. I need y'all to listen, bro. This nigga clowning. He tripping. He looking guilty over there, y'all. He looking guilty. Hold on. Preach in the back. Hold on. Let me get preach. My bad, bro. I wasn't ignoring you or nothing. You should be coming.
You're a little busy.
Through or whatever.
Yeah, man.
Oh, because I'm on solo. How the fuck I get on solo? All right, we still waiting on Sonetta bitch ass to start talking.
Perfect.
I have an urgent message. I need everybody to share this. I'm not playing games with y'all no more. Y'all want to shit on me? If people want to play games with me, I got you. Because I've been letting you Negroes eat for a long time. You monetizing videos, taking my videos, playing them on your channel, using it to go against me. I usually let y'all eat. It don't bother me. But now I'm sitting back and I'm looking at you Negroes talk shit oh man, he got to GoFundMe up. He want people to pay him. And that. Because that's what made me come back live. I saw a video with a nigga banging on me and a woman banging on me with my video on their channel. Playing my fucking video on their channel, talking about he trying to eat, he want this, he want money. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do.
See, it's very odd that he wants to hide this information at this point, but I digress. Hold on, let's listen.
I've been letting all you niggas eat off of me. All my haters, y'all been eating. Am I right or wrong, family? I haven't been flagging nobody. And I know the other nigga, Uncle Suge, I say his name, Uncle Suge nigga, telling niggas I flagged him. If I didn't flag the nigga. And if I did, would I be wrong?
Yes, you did.
With the nigga showing my grandson, my wife, and everybody, who would be wrong? This shows
you
the insanity of these crazy, stupid motherfuckers, yo. They think you're supposed to allow them to disrespect your family, show your children, your grandchildren, and you don't supposed to fucking flag them. Tomorrow is a new day. This is my message to all of you bitches, all of you niggas out there. You eating off of me. You got your shit monetized. And you eating off of Son Another name, and at the same time, you niggas are trying to tear me down. You niggas are talking about, oh, don't support him. He got to GoFundMe. Well, tomorrow, starting tomorrow. So you bitches better start taking that shit down tonight. Don't play me if you want to. Don't you know? I could have been took them niggas shit down years ago, dismissed their channels. They got way more than 3 videos on their fucking page going against the YouTube guidelines. So I'm not playing your fucking games no more. You telling people don't support me, all the while I'm supporting you bitches. All the while I'm supporting you.
First of all, none of my channels, none of my 4 channels are monetized, period. When I get donations, it's because I'm dropping facts on your ass. It's not what you're saying in the video. Your video is a fucking receipt, nigga. Keep playing stupid, bitch.
You know? So now I'm going after all of y'all who got my videos on your channel. Starting tomorrow, when I wake up, I'm going after all of them. Every last one of them. So I'm just putting you on notice. That goes for you, Queen's Throne. If you got my video up, bitch, take it down. I'm flagging you. I'm flagging every video that you got of mine.
Like I said, your mama is your bitch, nigga. Real shit.
On your channel. Suge, I'm flagging every fucking video that you got of mine on your channel. Anybody, any fucking body, I'm going after all of that. After all you niggas, don't say I didn't warn you. At least I'm telling you. You see what I'm saying? Some motherfuckers don't even give you a warning. At least I'm giving you a warning. I'm telling you what I'm gonna do. So don't get up there tomorrow, Queens bitch. Don't get up there tomorrow talking about, oh no, and showing people, Sonetta flagged my video. Look at Sonetta. Bitch, I flagged your video because it's my video. How the fuck you gonna say it's your video?
Did nobody say that it was my video? That's how receipts go, fuck nigga. See, all of a sudden, bitch, you don't understand. But you pull up on everybody else's video when they got some information that you want to show on your shit, right? If you going through receipts, you gonna look at the person that's making certain statements and you're gonna show that on your page, correct?
It's my video. Didn't y'all bitches say that Sonetta's bootlegging? You banged on me and talk about, oh, that nigga Sonetta's a bootlegger.
Right, since you bootlegging, that's, you know what I mean? But we dropping receipts though. There's a reason why. You flag Suge's page and he not monetized on that page, so he bang on your ass. It is what it is, correct? My channels are not monetized. Fuck is you talking about? You over here scamming for this fucking GoFundMe, nigga. You lying. You don't need 150,000. Let's just listen though.
Been bootlegging people shit. Well, what do you think you're doing in mine? What do you think you're doing in my material that I'm feeding my family with? What do you think you're doing in my shit? You're bootlegging mines now. And so I'm going after you. That's the message I got. Take it light if you want to. I'm banging on you. Peace and black power to the real. I'm done with you bitches. I'm getting y'all niggas. Fuck y'all. Fuck you bitches too. I'm talking about bitches, not the black women. Don't get it confused.
I am a black woman, quote unquote. Correct? The fuck?
I'm not talking about my sisters. I'm talking about the bitches.
And the only reason why you would call me a bitch is because I'm calling your ass out on some fuck shit. Let's be real, bro. That's why you want them videos taken down, because everybody on your ass.
Queen Throne bitches. I'm talking about them. That's what I'm talking about. I'm going after these hoes.
First of all, Queen's Throne is only one chick. I've never been a bitch. You hoe ass nigga. Okay? Period, point blank. But I find it really odd that hold on, somebody back here. I don't know who they are. Hello.
Hey, peace. It's Yehuda. How you doing?
Yehuda.
Yes, sir. FOPE.
Yehuda.
Yeah, can you hear me?
All right. Well, you might have an audio issue, Yehuda. You might want to try again.
No,
No problem.
No.
I can hear him.
All right,
I can hear him. I can hear him.
Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Him? I can't. Hold on.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I
Hold
hear
on,
the brother.
go ahead.
Yeah. Hey, how you doing? Peace to you. How you doing?
Him.
I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, go ahead. My bad.
Yeah,
I didn't.
peace.
I didn't allocate my audio. My bad. I was so excited to come up here and talk some shit. No, go ahead, bro. Go
Nah,
ahead.
no problem, no problem. How you doing tonight?
I'm good. How you doing,
Good.
King?
I'm good, good. I see you going in on that sauce Satan.
Facts.
Yeah, we've been going after Sinetta for a long time.
I
A
know. I
long time.
seen. I've been watching y'all. I just ain't dropped down yet.
Yeah, in fact, he actually called us a few times begging us to take down videos. I mean, this guy's a snake, you know what I'm saying? But listen, stay on his neck because he know it's a possibility that he may go down with Polite. Because I have a cousin that has a cousin that's a lawyer. And he said, don't be surprised if the prosecutors in Florida got all the information, all the videos, all that stuff. So you're right. That money is not. It don't have a damn thing to do with what he's talking about.
Facts.
Nothing. That money is supposedly to help him just in case he go down Polite. That's what it's all about.
That's big facts. That's big facts. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Yeah.
suspect to me with that whole Nikki situation
Yeah.
that I just pressed him on that. You know what I mean? And, other people pressed him too. I'm not saying that it was only me. Definitely not at all. But, an extra person joining in on that, looking, you know what I mean? That's more pressure. So I just kind of feel like it's weird that now he's coming. After he didn't threaten to sue people. After he done, you know what I mean? Now he finna strike people's pages down. And you know what he's striking down is the truth. We breaking it down.
But here's the thing, I'm not worried about that. You know what I'm saying? But he's shook though. He's shook for sure.
Yeah,
He's definitely shook. You know what I'm saying? But listen, man, he's a devil. You know, I mean, ain't no getting around it. This guy's a devil. He's a liar. He's a manipulator. He's a fucking we call him Satan. You know what I'm saying? But either way, listen, I'm at the plantation. I just got to the plantation. I'm gonna continue to listen in though.
All right.
But yeah,
salute.
stay on his neck. We got your back.
Salute. Much love. Vice versa too. It's
all right.
love. Facts.
All right. Peace.
Much love. Thank you for letting me know that you could hear him preach. I didn't have my audio on my you know what I'm saying.
I hate audio. I hate audio dealing with that shit.
This shit crazy though. Like everybody busting on him, and now he want us all to take down our videos. That's like hiding evidence to me though. You know what I mean? I ain't feeling that. And in reality, I could be like, well, as soon as he get the striking, I mean, I might take that L, but then I can also strike his page because he has my artwork up there that he did not pay for in several videos, more than what I used of his content. We talking about at least a year's worth of videos.
I mean, listen, man, they coming at vloggers that are coming at specifically people that are talking about people that might or might not have mistreated children. That's why they coming at Tasha K. They coming at Tasha K heavy. So I look at the patterns. I don't believe in coincidences, man. Everybody is coming out trying to come at people that spread information on the internet, vloggers that are talking about child stuff. This nosy hoe chick. They coming at her because she was talking about the Nicki Minaj situation with her and her
for
man.
Real? That's what that was about? Okay.
She got her channel taken down a day after she made. I watched the live she made when she was talking about Nicki Minaj's situation, and she was getting. It was a lot of traction on that video, and it was a lot of what do they call it? It was a lot of interaction. A lot of people in the comments like having that conversation and start spreading out to other places in social media, and next thing you know, her channel got flagged and she lost her whole channel. And then they was talking about indicting Tasha K. And then now you got Sanetta talking about he about to start coming at people about those videos, but they're all related to children. All these people are talking about people harming children. When people come out and they talk about a missing child or something like that, or gun violence or something like that, and people speak out about it, motherfuckers ain't flagging people's channels, threatening to sue for defamation. You see what I'm saying? It's only for these cases. It's only for stuff like this. And so I don't believe it's coincidence at all.
I
No.
agree. I
You know,
agree.
a lot of these people in these conscious communities or black people in general always want to swear and say they believe in God or whatever, and they try to use that as a basis of their morality, but they don't even read the Bible. They don't study it. If they would have known that Jesus Christ said that how can you how can you look into the sky and tell me that it's going to rain when you can't even look at the world and tell me what's going to happen next in society?
Facts. Facts. This shit crazy, bro. This shit wild. Cause I was up in Taharka Bay's live, right? Morris World TV. He was exposing Ali Muhammad for 7 domestic abuse charges, right? Against his girl from, I believe, the years 2015 to 2017. But I think what he was saying was powerful. So I'll probably bring it to my channel. Also, there's some information that came out on the pod that Sa cannot flag, but it also involves Sa. So that's where I'm headed at now. But I don't know. I really don't feel like taking down my videos. I feel like I'm hiding evidence. I feel like I'm aiding and abetting him.
Well, I mean, as long as you got them downloaded, if your channel's not monetized, just stick them up somewhere else. Like,
Right.
you know, because at this point, like I said, I see a pattern. They're just coming at everybody that's talking about people that harm children. They're coming at them and they're accusing them of defamation, and they're all with the same angle. You're not waiting until the trial starts. You're not waiting until the trial's over. You're not doing this and that. See, they want to be able. It's like I always wondered why when people would like murder someone or something like that, why they would post bail, and then I try to put myself in their shoes, and I'm like, they're trying to avoid that situation as much as they can. So they're gonna post bails just so they could be free for another, I don't know, however long until the trial starts.
Right. Trying to buy time.
Yeah,
Fact.
they want to be free for longer, and I get that. I get that. And you know, like I said, everybody deserves due process. So people that are innocent, I can see why they would want to do that as well. But you know, this is like posting bail. Some people say it's worse to die uh on the internet than in real life. And I feel
Facts.
like they fear that. I feel like they know that there's a real opportunity for cancellation for all these people because this shit is not right. Doing kids like that is not right.
That's
You
facts.
can't
And I
stretch it.
also
You
think he
can't bend
wants,
it. Nothing.
he wants he wants those videos taken down because they're incriminating. Like this comment said, I wonder if he's afraid of incriminating himself with these videos, and want to stop the bleeding. That's
Yeah.
facts, Cat Smith.
Mhm.
I'm feeling that. And in reality, like it's crazy. I don't want to do it, but bro, something gotta give, fam. Like in reality, I mean, cause I could literally not Black News 102, but Sonetta Studios would be gone. That's a year of using my artwork in your video that you did not pay for. But I'm also running the risk too, because you know what I'm saying, that we just both gonna have no channel. But in reality, what we're pointing out is we're not just using his
Be like
content.
ZX and Cookie.
Exactly.
Both
This
got
shit.
teams of people. Both got flagged. Both came right back the next day talking shit. Right? See, it ain't gonna stop nothing. It ain't gonna stop the information from getting put out. You know, real people that talk real. I didn't mean to cut you off, but real people that talk
No, you
real
good.
shit, they have core people that watch their videos, share their shit, even if it's just 5 people. That's
Facts.
all you need. You really only need one. Shit, Ray Mooney, she like a one-man army.
That's
I've seen
facts.
Ray Mooney support 4 different content creators one weekend.
That's what's up.
Every day, every live they did, she shared it, she commented in the chat, and she moderated back and forth. I don't know how the fuck she do shit like that.
Yeah, Miss Ray is the
Ray
truth.
Mooney is a one-man fucking army, and she's
Fact.
one person. You know, because she gives a fuck about the content that's being put out. She gives a fuck about it, and that's all
That's
you need.
fact.
There's a few people that really give a fuck about and really feel like there's something like it's something meaningful behind it. You know what I mean?
That's facts. That's definitely facts. Man, I thought he was
And
trying
not
to
to take
sue.
nothing from everybody else in the royal family. Y'all all bosses. I fuck with
No,
y'all. All of
that's
y'all
real though.
supported
But
me
Miss Ray,
and
that
watched
you
my
know,
little 3 people live streams before.
Miss Ray, that she that you know what I mean. That royal family detective, she be on it though. In
Yeah,
you
man.
know other cases or whatever, she ain't involved in all this crap that's going on.
Oh no, definitely not. I'm just using her as an example because she's a name
Yeah,
that will
nah, I
pop up in
feel
people's chats. All of our chats, all of us that
that's
me,
facts.
you observing stuff. She's in all of our chats, supporting every time we go live. Every time,
That's
unless
facts.
like maybe she has to work, and then she'll come back on the back end and be like, "Oh, I'm working. That's why I wasn't there." Like, damn, you know what I mean? You don't even know I
Right,
give a fuck about that, but you still mentioned it. You see what I'm saying?
right. And she'll go live before work, after work. Shit, she don't care at all.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah,
good information. Like
right.
that's
And
why
it's
I
not about
miss.
the views. It's not about the views. You know what I mean? It's not about
Yeah,
that. It's
and
about
that's
getting
why I
it
miss
out.
like when we was doing all the clips and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like going around the world, around the web, in just you know what I mean the news stories that may not be heard of or whatever. That is bomb, and I love that she's doing that on her channel as well. You know what I'm saying? That's real
Yeah,
as
yeah.
hell.
I'm on my shit fucking off listening to music. I've been on Tiny Desk concert. Oh, and by the way, Queen's Throne. If you want to play music that's not copywritten but still sounds good, go to
Mhm.
a Tiny Desk concert. Go to NPR on YouTube. They don't
Okay,
copyright their videos. They
their
don't.
video.
I
Okay,
have I have I have proof that they don't copyright them. I have 8 live streams. I have a Tory Lanez one. I got a Young Thug one. Young Thug did a Tiny Desk concert, and and they give them a live band and they let them play certain songs. They do not monetize their videos.
I'm gonna check them out
Yeah, so
definitely.
you can play music. You can play lit ass music on your channel that's mainstream because they don't monetize their shit and they let the artists come in and they let them play it in front of a live band. So it even
That's what's
sounds better
up.
sometimes. Yeah.
That's
So
what's
just putting
up.
that out there
Yeah,
to the
live
black
bands
sector, you
is
know. Yeah.
better. It's definitely
Yeah.
better. Ooh, we got question everything in the building. Shout out to you, question everything, man. Man,
Salute.
this is crazy, bro. Go
Now,
ahead.
hey, anything, any doubt that anybody had when it comes to this man, he has completely ruined that.
Facts.
Because to me, if he claimed that he was going to sue people and do all this, you would leave the evidence on YouTube.
That's facts.
So if you're raising money to do a lawsuit, well, I mean, all the money people don't already donated to him. What are you gonna do with the money now? He's getting rid of the evidence, as far as I'm hearing.
That's facts. Yeah,
So
yeah, he trying to. He
yeah,
flagging everybody.
that's what he said. He named you. You was
Yeah.
one of the people
Oh,
that he
he hates
named,
my guts, bro.
and I'm like, yo, if there's no truth or no grounds for any of the things that people would have been saying about you, you know what I'm saying? Me personally, I don't think he would have came out like this. Yeah. Because to me,
Right.
it seemed desperate. This desperation. Nigga, you wake up 12 o'clock at night, 11, 12 o'clock or 12 in the morning to make a quick video like that. Dog, that mean that shit was weighing on you, bro.
Yeah. I mean, and then you know, like I don't know what time it is in New York, but New York is a little bit different from where I'm at, so it may be even later out
And
there.
brother, and
No, he
brother,
did
question
drop that about an
everything.
hour
I always like to ask question everything questions. So I like how he answers shit. He answers shit
ago.
like me. He long winded. Got a lot of motherfucking information that you could pull right up. I fuck
Facts,
with people like that.
bro. Smart as
Now,
hell.
bro, level with me, dog. Man to man, dog. In this whole situation, when you try to put yourself in the shoes of someone, let me not be. I don't even like mentioning shit like this. But if you in a situation like this, you try to put yourself in the shoes of someone like a Polite or someone like a Sonetta, and you say, "Damn, what if I was accused of this? Or shit, what if I actually did it? How would I act?" And as men, it's important that we are objective about this and try to put ourselves in those people's shoes so that we can say, okay, we come from these neighborhoods these people come from. We come from these backgrounds that these people come from. Is it possible? We might not be the same person or think the same, but is it possible we might make the same decision? That's why you put yourself in people's shoes. Detectives catch people because they think like the criminals. You got to think like the criminal. This motherfucker got 6 ways to Sunday how to escape this situation after this murder, but I'm at the murder scene. I'm after the fact. I gotta look at everything and I gotta say to myself, damn, if I did this to this person in this way, where the fuck would I go? What would I do? And I feel like it's important for men to sit and think like, damn, so we can more accurately evaluate what the fuck is going on and be real about it. And when we sitting back doing that, that's when they start to get mad. When we express that opinion, like, hey, as a man, in my perspective, if I was accused of this shit, I would want everything to be aired out, because I want everybody to see exactly what happened, because exactly what happened is I didn't do shit. But all this fighting back, trying to get the information squashed, you shouldn't worry about that. See, me, I'll be quiet. If I feel like people are defaming my character and I feel like it's affecting my income, I'm going to just let my lawyer collect all the information. But in the meantime, I'm going to be like, hey, man, this shit sucks, but y'all believe what y'all want to believe, but it's no way I would do this. This is not me. You sound just for my people to feel better.
That would have been the first thing I'd have came out and said.
Yeah.
I mean, that would never be us, but you know what I mean?
I'm going to be honest. I probably would have blown a gasket if somebody falsely accused me of some shit like this.
I promise you.
Yeah, you know, I'd probably be snapping and going in, and I don't even know how I would even respond to something.
I'm dragging at subs and everything. I'm gonna get mad. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I'm going after everybody. You know, lawyers would be telling me to shut up, and I'd be telling them to shut up. You feel me? Like, but it did that always crossed my mind too. When it comes to the situation, I try to look at both sides, but as a man though, personally, that would have been the first thing that came out my mouth, is that I didn't do shit. They got me all the way, you know, you got me fucked all the way up. Excuse my French, but y'all tripping, you know.
Over here.
So after watching the videos, and I actually started seeing some of like the old videos that I didn't know nothing about, I was like, hey, nah, bro, this shit look crazy. You know, this shit look suspect.
When
like,
I found out, he outed.
Go ahead.
My bad. I'm just got to get this thought out. When I found out he outed Polite a while back, I'm like, oh, this ain't the first time this shit happened. And then it all clicked in my head, and I thought about all the lectures and all the fucking all the debates, and I'm like, whoa. You know how your brain do the "that's so Raven" shit, like you zoom. So my brain it started adjusting, and I'm like, because I actually listened to the information that they talk about. I actually listened to it and digest it. I'm not just watching the shit. You know, I'm listening. Right. So I'm like, I'm listening, and then shit. I'm like, oh, okay. So this ain't the first time this happened. Like I said, I don't believe in coincidences. I watch patterns.
Right. I'm the same.
You know, I watch patterns. In the military, they was like, dude, you're a dirtbag. You're an individual. You're not gonna fit in here because you're it's your nature to not give a fuck what your higher ups are talking about. It's in your nature to challenge them and do what the fuck you want to do anyways. You're not a bad person, but you're just a civilian. You're not a soldier. I had to accept that, because you're not going to tell me to go into that village and do XYZ, because I'm not going to do it. You're going to have to shoot me in the back of the head or put me in military prison, because I'm not going to do that. And they weeded me out that way psychologically. They weed you out psychologically. They push you to the limit, and they see how much you'll be a wind-up toy. You see what I'm saying? It's about being an individual. And so these people, when they get themselves in jams, they lack integrity. They lack integrity. And integrity is all about being the same way all the time. And being real.
Let me tell you what happened to me, because I think Queen Thrones noticed. I used to debate or kind of like dissect the information that comes from the community, the conscious community. I did that a lot. And after all of this stuff started to unravel, when I listened to old lectures that I just was randomly, debunking, the shit sound, you cannot even listen to it the same anymore. The information sounds suspect now. Because now you're seeing it. They like to use to say your third eye. Well, goddamn, my third eye must have opened, because I hear all of it now. I see it all and hear it all a lot clearer now. And I'm like, yo, these people have been brainwashing our people to accept this type of behavior to begin with. And that's why they got away with it so long. Because they got a large group of people that absorb that information and accepted that information and agree with the information. But see, a lot of people that never really followed that information or believed in the hype to begin with are the ones that's pointing it out, because they're on the outside looking in. They can see it for what it is. You see what I'm saying? So now I think they trying to if I'm not mistaken, I think I was hearing something about they trying to go after Tasha K for actually exposing all this, which don't make any sense to me. You know, you want to go after the whistleblower or the person that brought it to the forefront. So why you know what I'm saying? They're not embracing that. They want to cut that down. That don't look right to me. That's ass backwards. We should be promoting that. We should be pushing that. You know what I'm saying? So more people can come forth and expose a lot of this madness. Now, to me, that what they're saying is, if you dare try to come out, and especially on a certain person, you're gonna get punished for it. That's not the type of shit you're supposed to push out there to society, man. And that's why I say there's a lot of crazy shit going on behind the scenes, but I think we don't see it. But I think we might see little specks of it. But I think this shit is a lot deeper than what we think. I think it's a lot worse than what is out there too. We only got what they're putting out there. This shit can be a lot more sinister than this, man. Ain't no telling what the fuck these people been doing. And just like the Polite situation, you got to think about it. Just like with a serial, we don't want to say his name, well, Buddy situation,
right?
Just like any serial killer, and I'm not saying he's a serial killer, YouTube. What I'm saying is an example. Just like any serial killer, 9 times out of 10, they go on a long killing spree for years. But what happens when they get complacent? They get caught.
Facts.
And that's now we got to look at this situation the same way. How long this shit been going on, or how long this shit could have been going on, and he just got comfortable in his skin, got complacent, like and got caught. Finally,
that's facts.
So, you know, we got to encourage a lot of people that could be victims of this individual to speak up as well, because right now this is not the example we need to be set. Not us, but the media, you know what I'm saying, whoever he's connected with, you know, because now they trying to punish, like I said, they trying to punish Tasha K for exposing it. That might have people that could be victims of his. Like, I don't want to go through that. I'm gonna just stay to myself. I'm gonna keep quiet. You know what I'm saying? That's not good, man. That's not good for our community. All their ass need to be exposed, man. All these motherfuckers that's doing that. But I fall back. My bad.
No, you good, bro. You good. EJ Boxing, are you there?
Yeah, how you doing? You all right?
I'm good. What's good with you?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm just listening to, you know, all your guys' perspective on the situation regarding to sign out Brother Polite and the whole thing. And like, I'm just, you know, I'm over in the UK just listening, and I'm thinking to myself, you know, a lot of people, yeah, when it comes to these sort of things, yeah, we gonna jump to conclusion, because, you know, when it comes to pedophilia, it's like that's a very touchy subject, and like straight away, like anyone accused of that stuff, yeah, most of the majority of the time, you're just gonna say, yeah, like they did it, and you know, and 100% in it, and I don't know if they did or they didn't. All I know is this, that the evidence, yeah, on YouTube, it seems overwhelmingly one way, but really and truly, we're only seeing like one side of the picture. We're trying to piece everything together and trying to pull it all together. What we only from the evidence that they say about how they've been conducting themselves. Brother Polite, reportedly, and allegedly been scamming loads of people. But in my mind, it's like, why would you give him money if you heard he'd been scamming? Like, it's not just one person, like multiple people just giving their money to Brother Polite. And the reason why they give them money is because he's going to make them more money. It's like, you know, these are supposed to be like, and what I'm hearing, most of the people have been fairly intelligent and they're giving their money to him. So the moment allegations erupt about, you know, he's underage wives and daughters and stuff like that, and New York, it's just like, bro, that's just too much. He ain't never gonna, in the public eye, ever gonna recover from that, and we're gonna go one way. And then all of a sudden, we shift from that. Now we're on Sinetta, and now we're Sinetta as a pedophile, a pedophile or whatever. And now we're on him. Yeah, pedophile. We're on him. Yeah. And then next you know is Brother Inky in the situation he's involved, and it's like, yo, this thing is getting deep. Then Tasha K, she jumps into the equation, and she's saying she's got new evidence. She was actually the one who reported it, and it's like, oh, Tasha K's reporting it, it must be true. And I'm like, yo, but this is none of us are investigators, but it's just our opinion. And from what I'm seeing right now, you know, officially we know he has to go to court. And what if he's found guilty? Are we still gonna, if he's found innocent or the charges will be dropped? Most likely, I'm just being honest with you, they might drop the charges because the girl and the situation, the mother, we don't know the whole situation. I know they had DNA, right, and all that stuff there, but you know, and I don't know, women's involved in him financially and emotionally, and the most majority that no one's even thinking about, they probably might drop the charges. If they go through the charges, then obviously we're going to continue this. But if they drop the charges, are we still going to accuse Brother Polite of or whatever? And Sinetta, we're talking about Nikki and the situation, Brother Inky, and they're bringing up the Nikki and stuff like that. And I like, it's hard to decipher who's telling the truth, is what I'm trying to say. And now Sinetta's made a video saying anyone using his material, that he's gonna flag them, he's giving fair use. I'm like, well, you know, he's a content provider, as you are, and most people are, and he feels like people are using his video. I'm like, well, the information's been put out there way and enough for everyone to make the decision. So if I was using this video, this is personally with me, I'll just like, I'll just put it on private until the situation, because I don't think, even whichever happens with Polite, I don't think Sinetta's he's just gonna keep doing what he's doing. You know, he's him and Polite, they're linked together, but it's just a long, slimy trail of thing. And anyone involved in even accusing or anything like that, all of a sudden they get thrown in front, like Queen Fro, you know, you're there, make your videos on the situation, like reporting, right? Next you know, you've been thrown into the thing, like, yo, why are you calling my name? It's slander upon slander upon slander. Whoever makes a video, comments about it, and it's like, yeah, like you could say that it's a cover up and stuff like that. I don't even know, like, you know, from looking at the view, it's like, you know, from a innocent person just reporting it, all of a sudden they're putting my name in. And Tasha K, I think they made a video on her talking about her business as well. So it's like everyone who's making the video, and it's like they're attacking, people being attacked at the same time, and it's real bad. It's like some damage control all over. And I'd like any other, you know, most people making videos, it's not worth it. To me, in my opinion, it's not worth it. I mean, the information has been put out thick and fast about it. You know, Brother Kabe, Inky, yourself, and everyone's making videos on it. And I'm like to myself, yeah, but all of a sudden, you guys are getting attacked at the same time. And like, I've got to look at yourself. Is it worth it? I mean, is it worth it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you said, everyone said their piece, like thick and fast. The evidence has to come out. And like I said to you, if he's found innocent, are we still gonna still be accusing them? I'm not saying like in the public, in the YouTube eye, especially, you know, it seems to me everyone's made up their mind, and you know, me as well, to a point that, you know, these things are, it's hard to even come back from. You know, the character of the people involved. It's like, you know, how are you even gonna get over that stuff? Yeah, but like I said, Brother Polite's been accused of scamming the people, and people still mess with him all the time. Inky, apparently, they said about him in the water, you know, and yourself, he said stuff about you and apparently your relationships. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm not interested in them sort of things there, but this is the stuff being put out. Sister Nandi saying stuff about her. Like, it's reckless, man. It's reckless. It's really damaging in the community. And I think to myself, it's like, yo, where's some people say, yo, stop. This needs to stop right now. You know what I mean? And let's move on to this to do stuff that people can learn from and build from. This stuff is no good, bro. It's no good. You know what I mean? The law, we're not, and we try to be like investigators and trying to think, well, we could, look at this person and decipher. But it's very hard. We're in our houses. We're hundreds of miles away. We're only giving what we're seeing, but there's other layers to this stuff there that we probably just don't know about the situation. Like, for example, let's go back to Brother Polite and the situation with the young girl. The young girl. I believe this is why this coming up. I think Brother Polite was using them women as kind of leverage to get business deals. You know what I mean? He's got business people he does investments with. I think he uses some of them wives here to coerce or coerce and seduce some of them business people to get things done. And I think he was using that young girl to do something like that. I don't know if it was his DNA or someone's DNA, but it seems to me like he's been using that. And that in itself is a crime in itself. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion on them sort of things. And I said to myself, like, Sinel, he knew about some of this stuff there and just let that stuff slide. I mean, that's bad, man. I mean, this is, I don't know if this is fact, but this stuff is just bad. It's damaging. But like I said, people forgave Polite and they still give him money. So they're probably going to be a Sinel as well. So that's just my take on it.
I feel what you're saying, but that's my genre. This is what I talk about in reality. So that's why it's super suspect that Sonetta been trying to attack me in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Mainly, if you listen to the video that he just did, he said my name a few times, several times. Mm-hmm. So it's just really weird. I feel like, again, like he's trying to cover up information. But I feel what you're saying, King. I feel what you're saying, that we may not know everything, but we just going off of what we do know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And for me, it's Polite off the table regardless, just off of the scamming situation. I would never respect him or whatever, but we'll see with this case.
And I think that we have a misconception of a community. And when we look at a community and how a community functions, we don't have one. We always say that we are part of this community, we're part of that community. A community is self-sustained. All of us is a part of a website that's not even owned by our community. So we already got one strike against us right there. You understand what I'm saying? When we say the conscious community, all they do is go against each other. Is that what communities do? That's strike 2 right there.
Right.
We don't have our ducks in a row right now. They even say that we are a part of this or we have that, we have that. These motherfuckers, they take from the people constantly. This is all they do. PayPal, Cash App, Patreon, GoFundMe's, and all these other things that they do on the pretext of building up the community. Well, if we're all a part of the community, how many people benefited from it yet?
Right.
We can't name no leader, none, throughout history, regardless of what they tell you in the history books. I don't care. None of these leaders, none of them, I don't care who your favorite is, they never taught none of us how to function and operate in around the world. Actually, these are corporations. These are not countries. They haven't taught us the game. You can't have a guy that can speak very well and put words together and just do whatever the hell they want to do while the alleged community is suffering. But at the same time, you go to their network, they're millionaires. MLK was a millionaire. Did you know that? He had millions of dollars. Malcolm X, millionaire. How the hell did they learn how to get a bag, but then teach the people that they wanted to help how to get that bag? How?
That's true.
I'm like, yo, if you teach us how to get the bag, nigga, we won't have to worry about housing and begging anybody for anything. You teach us how to beg while you're sitting rich. So they keep us stagnant. So what this conscious community did, they took the same hustle, revamped the hustle, upgraded it a little bit so it can function in today's age. Because as time progresses, so does your information, and the way you move have to progress with it, or you're gonna get left behind. So what we got right now today is we got the same infrastructure with just different faces and just upgraded and tweaked a little bit. That's why they talk like us. They look like us. They act like us. Why? And now the generation that's growing up, it's the people that they going to be looking up to is going to talk and act and look like them. It's a never-ending cycle. And they're going to keep on ciphering from the community. The little bit that the community have is going to be funneled to one individual or individuals while they continually suffer, because suffering is a market. That's a fact. Suffering, heartache, pain, death, that's a market behind that shit. People are making money on that. And this is what we got here. So when you got a group of people like the conscious community that in cahoots with one another, of course they're going to let things pass along. The bag is keep on rotating amongst them. And that's why we got things popping up like this here right now today. And that's why it went on for years. We would never, if they was on good terms right now, what we would have right now? Nothing. They wouldn't have told us nothing. So we got to hold every last one of them accountable, because when you look at them, like, well, wait a minute, bro. So you mean to tell me if y'all had another 5-year good friendship, we wouldn't have known for the next 5 years, and you knew the whole time.
Right.
So I can't, that's why I cannot, I'm not giving none of them the benefit of the doubt right now. I can't.
I feel you. I definitely feel you.
Hey, look, it is innocent until proven guilty. And yes, every human being has a right to due process. I don't give a fuck if you had 100 people witness you stab 10 people in the middle of a concert or a restaurant, and everybody witnessed it. Everybody know you did it. But you still have a right to due process. They're still going to take you to court, and they're still going to ask you, how do you plead? No matter what happened, there's no situation where they just throw you in jail. Everyone goes through the process, no matter how short or how long. You go through a process. We understand that, but we also understand that before all this court and judicial system shit, we were just societies. And we were just people policing ourselves. And these are opinions from people that grew up in a society where the judicial system isn't something that we think about. Law isn't something we think about. When somebody wrongs us, we react.
True.
And if we see something wrong in the Black community, we have all been guilty of it, seeing something happen and we didn't say nothing for whatever reason, whether we worried about our own personal safety or someone else's personal safety. We've overlooked things. We've all done it, right? But this is on a different level. He had a platform for years where young Black men were coming and looking at the information and soaking in the information. That's what bothers me. And when he brought Polite in, I looked at Polite like, oh man, this dude's like around my age. This dude's fucking, he's speaking about information I've never heard before in my life. I probably would have never heard before in my life, about places I'll probably never be in my life unless I really try hard to go, in a library. And he's building himself up through the information. Bro, my mind was blown. And I said this on their channel before when Sarnetta popped up on here. He captivated a lot of minds. That means something. That really does mean something. And I don't know what your name is, EJ from the UK. That was going on off of what you were saying, kind of answering that. Like they kept donating after the fact and kept buying into the idea after the fact, because this is how sales works. If you talk to 100 people, you're going to get 10 people that's going to actually let you get them to the point where they're going to buy something. You'll get 10 sales out of 100 people you talk to. So your success rate is 10%. They even do this in music. So if he captivated 100,000 people, there's 10,000 people that are going to buy into his shit. Depending on the pricing of his stuff, that's all you really need. It's 10,000 people that'll donate $1,000, $1,100, $1,500. That's why he rents where he lives and he doesn't own it, because he made enough money to look like he lives a certain lifestyle, but not enough money to actually live that lifestyle. And so that came out as well. So it's a lot of different threads that's unraveling. And one thing I like about Dick Gregory, he said, if you look hard enough at anything, you'll start to see the crack in the fabric. Now, if you think about fabric, it's cloth. How can it crack?
Right.
Right? But you'll see the crack in the fabric eventually. And what it means is where that fabric begins to unravel. And it's like a t-shirt. You pull that little string that's on the side of that old shirt, you pull it,
and it comes
and then you like, damn, it keep, and the next thing you know, the sleeve is gone.
Right.
Yeah, that's 100% right. And you know the funny thing about it, after the situation with Sinance being accused of that, people still subbed. If anything, he subs even gone up, and the viewership's even gone up. So that's just showing you what Guy was saying about like negativity on YouTube. And you're right, the platform doesn't belong to us. We're just on it, right? But negativity on YouTube sells. Like, this stuff has probably got their viewership and subscribers even more. People love the drama. Like, real talk, they love this drama even more. Like, Sidenet was boasting, like, look how many people are watching the live stream the other day, because I think he said he was going to bring Brother Polite on. And and also we're learning about people should be learning about how not to be fooled for shines, shiny stuff, us as people, and even here in the UK, when you see a person with a nice car, dressed well, speaks a certain way, we're supposed to see that's educated. But most people who talk that way and talk fast and talk stuff, and you really hear what they're saying, they're trying to make you believe something that ain't happening. It's salesmen, like that's what we call over here, the car salesman. And Polite has the car salesman kind of voice that you really and truly, we all speak the English language, and most people, especially from where we're from, if we speak a certain way, we're supposed to be perceived as intelligent. But intelligence really comes from a person who can, has good comprehension skills and understand exactly what this person's saying, and break down and understand what they're saying, so you won't be conned. But the people who were getting conned by Polite, most of them are young students. That's, it seems to me, they were students, and what they thought it was they were going to put some of their money they got from their loan or grants into Polite, and they were going to double their money, and it never worked out. And I was like, how the heck? So most of the people getting done, they were scamming the system already. And they were putting money that wasn't really going to hurt them to give them to Polite and getting them back. And that's what it seemed like was happening, because it wasn't like, I didn't see them old people, not like Umar, because Umar, he's another one, Brother Umar. About the school. Yeah, about the school. But the funny thing about people still giving money to Umar and the school. And there's that guy, Leonard Honor, makes hundreds of millions. Like, Leonard Honor reminds me of Dudley Do-Right. He's a guy, he says, like, we should be like me. Have a big family, have a wife, and that's all admirable. But it seems to be people like the fuckeries, man, because people still donating to Brother Umar. So what all this stuff that we're doing and pointing out that these people are doing wrong. Anything funny about some of our people that we still will follow these people and still continue? Is it because they're charismatic, or is it because we like the bad people? Like, I'd like to know, like, because people who work a good job and do things the right way as far as the law is concerned, it's not cool. In the UK, right? You got people in America. If they come to America, you call them geeks, nerds. In the UK, we don't call people like that. We don't call people geeks or nerds. We see that these people are doing very well, and you might want to aspire to be like that. But I don't know why in America, at some point, it's like it's cool to be Polite. It's cool to be Umar. It's cool to be them type of people. And it seems like at some point, people are captivated by the preacher voices, rather than the people who actually telling you the truth. I think people need to have, like I said, have discernment to see which people are good for you or which people are. And obviously beside Netta, he's a very emotional guy. He's like a volcano. 1 minute he's with you, he's not. Then Brother Polite, he's this, bro, when I heard this situation, when they said that he put his fingers down her throat and all that stuff, that's sick, man. I mean, who does stuff like that? Like, I mean, that's what reportedly said. I mean, that's the sick. I mean, the mindset of some of these people, like, it's an Umar you know, in a strip club. I mean, it's just like, bro, it's this never ending of this degradation and this depravity, man, really badly. You know how people, and most of these people Umar come across in the community, and you're right, they did come through for Sinetta's channel. But I think people on YouTube and some of the people doing these things, I think, you know, they will probably be doing this thing on a corner or a street corner doing this hustle. But now you have the vehicle of YouTube. You know,
They
it
can be right
captivates
in
people.
your face. They can
Yeah,
be
yeah,
right in
that's
your
right.
face,
That's
begging
right.
you, scamming you. And again, my issue with Sonetta, well, besides the Nikki situation, is the fact that he brought, you know, several people that are fucked up to the community. Like I said, Ali Muhammad allegedly has 7, not allegedly, we just seen the information, but he got 7 domestic violence cases. And I just find that weird. Like, and some of the cases were since he was online. Now I get it. A lot of us do have a past or whatever. We've done shit. Nobody's perfect. Even people that don't have channels have been involved in shit or whatever. But what were those charges? You see what I'm saying? And were you on here acting like you holier than thou and really in the streets doing fuck shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, since I've been on YouTube, 2016, even years before that, I wasn't even getting in trouble. So it's like some hypocrisy if I come here like, yeah, I got a pass, but you know what I mean? I got years under my belt where I've been walking straight. I'm just saying, it's just,
No, you're right.
it's
You're
weird.
absolutely right. But I kind of want to answer the brother question.
Go ahead. I
The
didn't mean
drama.
to. Yeah.
No, you good, Queen. You good. You cooking right now. The truth is, we like entertainment more than the truth. That's the facts.
Facts.
I can make right. I'm live now. More live. I got more live viewers, and I be calling them out, and I don't care. I say, yeah, when I'm teaching that knowledge, y'all ain't in here. The chat be active like a motherfucker. It's going up now while I'm talking. I'm talking to y'all. The drama sells, like you said, but if you think about it, let's look at the statistics. What the name of that movie? Blockbuster movie that broke all the records. Avatar. Remember the movie Avatar with the blue people?
Yes. Yeah.
Over $1 billion. Think about that. That means they make $1 billion. Entertainment. We rather be entertained. That's just the simple truth. The truth is boring to a lot of people. It doesn't matter how important it is. That's boring. No, I want what they call it, the tea. I want the tea. I want the drama. I want you to get on YouTube and go live, and I want you to be a clown so I can laugh and get entertained and have a clown show. This is what these people want. That's why they donate to them, and that's why the donations does nothing but motivate people to continue doing what they're doing, distracting, causing chaos and division. Because as long as the bag is good on their end, they're not going to go back to the talking about truth and stuff. They're going to go what feeds them, what swell up the bag. And now we have a quote unquote community that's just chaotic, man. And the people that's viewing this stuff and watching this stuff, they're getting exactly what they want. They want that entertainment.
That's fact.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of things that we talk about, and Queen Throne is a victim of this too. They come and flag it. And we're not doing nothing crazy, nothing outlandish. We're only putting information out there. That stuff is getting flagged. But I could get on here, wave guns around and smoke and threaten people, all that stuff, and monetize it and get paid for doing that.
Facts.
Come on, man. I really started.
I'm sorry, brother. I smoke and I drink and I threaten people, but I don't wave no guns around.
let's scratch that off the bucket list then. The smoking and the drinking. He did that, you know. But like I was saying though, on a serious note, I think that it's being promoted more as well. He did that's why the numbers go up. That's why the viewership go up. Those drama channels, you don't really hear them talking about how they're not subbing or they're unsubbing them. No, man. This whole entire infrastructure is beyond just our quote unquote community. It's out, it leaks all the way out into everyday life in society. The controllers do the same thing with the news media,
It does.
etc.
It does.
You understand what I'm saying? So now I do feel where the brother coming from too, because I look at both sides, you know, because I'm a big advocate when it comes to not trusting the news media. So I'll be a hypocrite to say, oh, I trust everything that them people telling me. Everything they showing about this man, I'm gonna just trust it. The truth is I don't. Because they know how to conjure up a story. See, these people don't put the news out there, they make the news. See, journalism is dead now. People used to risk their lives trying to crack a story, go out there in the middle of the night trying to crack the story and bring awareness to people. You don't got that no more. You got people that jump on, they edit things, they clip it, have you saying things that you didn't say, all kind of.
It's a different day and time, brother.
Yeah,
listen.
Go ahead, brother.
It's not about journalism anymore. It's about what Sarneta's saying, a polite saying. This is nuts. And this is supposed to be the conscious community.
Facts.
See, brother, we consider ourselves. I don't know about who created whatever sectors, but I feel like we are really the black sector. Like anybody that considers themselves, we're not the conscious community.
But the thing is, the black sector is listen to what I'm saying. Powerful. It's
listen
powerful.
To what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying.
But the black sector is different from the conscious community.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say, from what I experienced from everyone that considers themselves in the black sector, I'm not saying everybody in the black sector is perfect. It's a little small sector, you know, probably got our highest viewed person is probably like what 10,000 subs, maybe not even that. But we from what I experienced from the people that we consider the black sector, we keep it 100, man. And that's how we get into the bulk of our.
So what do you define as the conscious community?
Hold on.
Because the conscious community has got nothing
what I'm saying.
On the black sector.
Listen, no, but yeah, exactly. So what I'm saying is we keep it 100. It's like pretty much most people in the black sector. If I could, I would invite them all to a barbecue. But I know that I couldn't invite certain people because they would catch a fade. You know what I mean? Just like a family almost. And I'm not saying we perfect. Every sector is different, but the black sector, everybody that claims it, they keep it 100. They're not for sale. You know,
there are industries, corporate sectors that rely on the black sector for their marketing, for their produce,
but
for
see,
what we consume.
Listen, the black sector is small. I'm trying to help you understand.
Right.
The black sector is small. It's not like
it's massive. We are trendsetters.
You're not hearing me. You're not hearing me, brother.
No, we're talking about a sector on YouTube.
We're talking about YouTube. We're talking about YouTube, not a community, not the black community.
We're not talking about just all black people in
black
general.
Space, right? Not all black people in general. It's a black space in YouTube called the black sector. There's a sector called the beef sector. There's a sector called the drama sector. There's a sector called the crime sector. There's a sector called the crama sector, which is drama and crime mixed, because you got people getting mad at people that's reporting crimes and monetizing on missing children, and they're sitting there selling their own products and being selfish. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of different sectors. You know what I mean? In the black sector, I feel like everyone I met keeps it 100. And some of them bump heads, but for the most part, they're not for sale, and they stay on their path. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, some of them try to manipulate each other and all that shit. But when it comes to stuff like this, they're all on the same page in the black sector. Every single person in the black sector. I haven't heard a person in the black sector defend Polite or Sonetta. And if I'm wrong, send me the clips.
But who is Polite and Sarnetta? They're not motherfucking factors at the end of the day.
Well, no, they are a factor because real money has been exchanged with
in the conscious community.
It's affected. Yeah, no, the conscious community they consider themselves people that are scholars. They research history.
No, they're not.
And religion, and they debate on it.
Well,
I said they consider themselves. Listen. Yeah. You have to listen to me, brother. I know I'm black, but listen to my words because I do speak in complete sentences, and I say what I mean. They consider themselves scholars. They consider themselves historians, and then they have debates about it. and they have different religions. Some of them are Moors, some of them are Nuwapians, some of them are Hebrew Israelites. They're kind of all considered that conscious community. I'm just black. Never met my
That's
father.
it.
I kind of look
That is
Native American.
so refreshing to hear.
Old Spanish
So
mom.
refreshing.
I'm Spanish.
I like his
I'm
accent,
ambiguous.
y'all. His accent cool as hell.
Yeah, he cool, man. I can tell I can have a beer with this dude.
Yeah, the
You
other
know?
guy, I like his accent too. That's tight. I like
Yeah,
that.
man. The UK is an awesome place, and they have a awesome perspective because it's either that accent is coming from the UK or like Canada. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they mix with the Jamaicans, and so like they
Yeah.
have a very
Yeah, I'm
they have a
yeah,
very
my parents are
swaggy
Jamaican for real.
culture. Their culture
We're
is real
just
like
black.
swaggy.
We're
with
just
it,
black. That's it.
Yeah, I
And
get it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
so
exactly.
nice to hear.
Yeah. My brother, you sound from South. Where you from? South Africa? You sound like you got South African accent. Where you from?
I'm actually from Zimbabwe, brother.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can hear
Nice.
it. I can hear it. South Africa. I can hear the accent. I can hear the accent nicely. Yeah. No,
Yeah, blood.
you know, no, I was getting what both of you guys were saying. He was talking of, and you see, both. I agree with both of what you were saying. I think he was saying, black people use a resource and translators. I agree with what he said, and I also agree with your what you break down about the conscious community, about their scholars and stuff like that. Now, the thing is, yeah, like either way you pull it, Sign Letter and Brother Polite, to a certain amount of people, they gravitate. People gravitate to them, especially Sign Letter. He's a personality. He was down with Khalid, and everyone likes Khalid. And, he come from that set. Then Brother Polite said, I'm not really down with the New Wabians, but some people, were looking after Malachi York got took by the police. They were looking for another thing. So Brother Polite used that kind of thing. And Sanet he was with Khalid. So that's why, and they really, from them two people, Malachi York from the Nuwabians and thingy, Brother Polite from Khalid, yeah. Them people, they gravitated to these type of guys. And if they say they came from them sets, you can see why straight away people would gravitate to them and the information. And when they see them debating about obviously philosophy and things like that, it's good to see when they were debating. There's no gun shooting, no one's getting killed, no one's getting smoked. That's refreshing to see. But from that, now we're finding about their backgrounds. And
it was an error,
like someone said in the Bible, he without sin cast the first stone. You know what I mean? So yeah, we finding out these people are not perfect. Is it gonna now? Does it take the information about what they're putting out? That's the question I want to for everyone on the panel. Like we know they've got dodgy backgrounds. So now does it stop us listening to their information? And obviously, it seems like people are still going to listen to information. That's what I would like to hear everyone's opinion on.
I think that information gotta go.
It's weird though. It's weird now.
Yeah,
weird.
I can't. You can't look at the information the same after knowing the truth, because even in some of the information that they put out there, there's cracks in it, and there's certain things that they say that actually strengthens the way we see them right now today. Like, hold on, wait, did he just say that? See, back then you wouldn't have thought nothing of it. You like, oh, he's just saying this came from some book he read, blah 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 blah. But now when you go back and listen to the information, right, you have to question it now. Why did he say this, and why he was an advocate for this portion of this scripture so strongly? Because when you listen to a lot of the stuff, especially on topics like this today, this stuff is in a lot of those different books that actually go along with this kind of behavior.
I mean, really,
what can
did
these
y'all
cats actually
see
talk about?
Did y'all see how Bobby Hemmett was being called out for,
there you go,
the weird sex magic stuff or whatever? Like I'm gonna make
I'm
you have
glad
an
you brought
orgasm
that
without
up.
touching you. Yeah, that
Glad
is
you brought that
now
up.
this conscious community is questioning
Wait a minute.
everything.
Let's real quick, man. This shit comes full circle. We talking about these babies. Let's not lose focus. We talking about these babies, and when I say babies,
the reason why that was important is because Dr. Inky, and shout out to him, had exposed that when they do this sex magic and all this with the gatekeepers, they also include a quote unquote golden child, which is a child that is being molested by the two adults, which are normally same sex.
No, what the brother was saying is that we've got to focus on what happened.
Right. No, I
No,
feel
no,
what
no,
he's
no,
saying.
And this
no.
is what Inky is doing. Inky is pseudo too.
Wait a minute though. Inky is very objective,
But
and I
he's
think that's why
focusing
people
on
like him.
something.
And no, but let's go back to the sex magic stuff, because this is ties in to all of this and their ideals. And I didn't want to speak on this until I really had people here to challenge
And
what
it's
I'm
actually
saying,
become a thing.
because
It's
I'm not.
actually become a thing. This
Hold
sex
on,
magic
wait,
shit has
hold on.
actually become a thing.
I wanted people to actually, like, if I'm wrong, challenge me, because I've done limited research on this. But it's about, they talk about the chakras. Brother Polite did the same thing. Um, uh, motherfucking Nature Boy did the same thing. They speak this pseudo intellectual, pseudo spiritual, unlock your chakras so you can evolve to your higher self type of mentality. And then they say it's like the Jesus Christ thing. Jesus Christ is the truth,
I have
the
to
way,
say,
and the light, right?
for me,
Wait,
being
hold
a
on,
part of this
You gotta
conscious
let me finish my
community,
thought, brother.
that was
You
all
gotta
bullshit.
let me finish my thought, brother, real quick. So it's like the Jesus Christ thing, like the truth, the way, and the light, dog. So I am the way through. I am the answer. I'm the key that goes into the lock to unlock heaven, right? So these people will develop this God complex, and this ideology gives them that God complex. It tells them you can have as many wives as you want. You can be the king of the castle on top of the mountain, have sex with as many women as possible. Da 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 da. It's all very ego driven.
Can we address why
And
these guys have so many followers
no, but listen, the idea is
saying this sort of
enticing.
shit?
The idea is enticing to a lot of men, and men don't want to admit that that idea is enticing, because it lets them know you can have as many women as you want, which means you have free access to sex at any point in time. Not only that, there's no limit on the
But
age
brother,
of the
why did
women.
this become
So
a thing?
but because it's an
Why did it become a
ideology
thing?
that's been passed down. Like,
What about the
okay,
history of African Americans?
the history of African Americans, that could come from
Malcolm
anywhere.
X, Martin
What about
Luther,
Malcolm
all
X?
these other people. What happened to
Malcolm X
get
got
to this
killed
point?
while he was
What happened to this?
giving the
Why did we get
speech.
to this point?
Martin Luther King got killed while he was giving a speech. Malcolm X got killed while he was giving a speech. All the ones that was talking that real shit, that wasn't on that fuck shit, they got killed.
But who
And the
followed?
ones that
Who followed?
left over is the weirdos.
Preach and question everything. Hold it down for a minute. I gotta go be a mom for a second. Hold on.
We got you.
All right, much
Yeah, and the ones that's left over, the ones that they let live, is the weirdos that's preaching that garbage and scamming the people.
Yeah, we're talking about York
Malachi Z.
and
York?
Polite. Yeah,
that's polite studied his shit. He was his understudy, but the man had what, 70 counts of sexual assault, and then Polite.
but how did we get? Do you obviously you know that
I hear
York
what
had
you're
a
saying.
following, a massive following.
Yeah, because
How?
listen, it's about conflating the male ego, conflating it, certain dialogue, certain rhetoric, certain ideologies that appease the male ego, having multiple wives, doing whatever you want, being the head of the household, being served hand and foot. It appeases the male ego, and if you have males drawn to it, then if that male is intelligent enough and he finds a woman that he likes and he can entice her either with his money or whatever, and get her to
give me a
believe in
time
that.
era. When was the break between transitioning to York and that stupid shit?
What do you mean? There was no
And
break. It's human nature. We're talking about
Polite
human nature.
and Polite.
This has been happening forever. It's just in this particular time period, we have computers and we can live stream and we can talk to each other about these situations, and they're being spoken out on.
True,
It's
true,
been happening
true.
forever. Rape has been happening forever. Sodomy has been happening forever. Theft has been happening forever. People have been robbing banks ever since humans thought of the bright idea of putting all their riches in one place. It's been getting robbed. The first time someone said, I'm gonna put all of these riches in one place, somebody that was on their dick was like, I know where all these riches are. Let's go get it. And they tried to go get it. Shit like that has been happening from the beginning of time. It's human nature. It's just in this point in time, we're looking at it and it's on the internet, it's on the computer in 4 fucking K.
So this,
quality.
so
That's the
are
only
you
difference.
saying that this shit is part of the course? It's normal.
No, it's human nature that things like this will happen because people look to follow people because they're not leaders.
It's not human nature.
It's not human nature. So throughout history, there have been a lineage of fucking dudes that have been followed, and they either led people to their death, or they had sex.
It's not human nature though. They follow cults.
Right. That's not human. Yeah,
It's human nature to follow someone you think that is more superior than you to
It's
live
not
a
human
life
nature
of
to do
prosperity.
what these guys do.
Right.
Come on, brother.
He's got,
When you
Listen,
become a part of a cult, when you
wait.
become a part of a cult, you've got to
Right.
follow.
If you're
following somebody else is actually that goes against human nature.
but
Once
okay,
you-
so
once you,
so maybe the
once you
weak-minded.
Exactly.
Right.
The weak-minded.
Weak-minded.
We'll say that.
That's still against human nature though, because that's not natural. Naturally, human beings shouldn't be weak-minded to be following anybody.
What does your moral judgment say?
Right. That's what
about
I'm saying.
pedophilia, about certain if anything. If you kick somebody, can you not expect a kickback?
Right. But see, that's the thing though. What I do agree. I agree with both of y'all. Both of y'all points, because even when you go back in time, and you look at the glyphs on the walls and stuff like that, all that stuff is actually showing you this same shit. This is what they're teaching people.
It's law. It was supposed to be law.
They're teaching people a lot of this shit. That's why I say I don't connect myself with none of that shit. I would rather start over, because if that's wrong, and we say it's wrong today, it doesn't matter what era the shit was going on in. It still would have been wrong then. So when I look at a glyph on the wall and he got this pharaoh and he got a butt naked little boy in his lap, that's a problem.
It's a problem.
That's a problem. And this is what they're teaching people to go back. We're going back to Africa. We're going back to Egypt. We're going to live like that. I'm like, wait a minute. You want to live like that? Now, when you look around the society, these people are actually living like that for real. You got dudes on stage wearing skirts, just like they did in Egypt. They wore skirts and was having
one thing about law is that they say they outlawed Africans. They outlawed Africans. They called them an eighth of a man. That was law.
That's not nature. That's against it. And these people created this infrastructure that works for them and that'll benefit them the most, while at the same time keeping everybody enslaved to that system. And what we are seeing right now is smaller versions of what they call the beast. They're nothing but smaller versions of it. They took the same playbook and brought it to the grassroots and introduced it to the grassroots and say, hey, we're going to do all this for you. Just like a politician. Hey, just give me your funding. We need the funding. You elect me as your leader, and I promise we're going to be in utopia. The world is going to be a better place with me leading you. So when we look at Sonettas and all these other people, they're doing the exact same thing that we see that the people that they claiming that they're going against are doing to us. So now we have
a very small area.
Right.
There's a lot of good African Americans that are not conscious.
Yep. And
not conscious.
Man, this is crazy because
this conscious community that we talk about is small.
Yeah, when we look at it from a vast everybody, that's a small community. But that small community has made an impact, especially on certain platforms. And they have gained a lot of followers and people that believe in their teachers, and they're going out, they're practicing this shit.
And now it's imploding. It's imploding because it was focused on a few people.
Well, the thing is that I don't know if it's imploding. It's just I think it's getting broke down and getting built back up again. And what, like the brother said,
Like I said, it was focused on a few people.
You're over in Zimbabwe. I'm in the UK. These guys in America. So it's obviously YouTube is a world platform. So you know, us as our people, we gravitate to where so-called black person is or wherever. So we're gonna gravitate. But you see, the thing, right? All the videos that people are making against Sinetta, that's how I found Queen's Robes. So it ain't even a bad thing that, obviously people are gonna make reaction videos to them. I wouldn't have found Queen's Robes if she didn't make the video, and none of us would have came together. Because that's all we've been trying to do, and even Sinetta, and they failed in a way, right? It's trying to get to a conclusion where
brother, it's a reality check, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
It's a reality check.
Yeah, exactly. But what we're getting to the conclusion that the myth of maybe the perfect person that is going to tell us that everything's going to be perfect. Maybe we're getting understanding that no one's perfect, and we're going to have to understand that people going to come with some thorns, and people going to come, and now we have to say, well, boy, I give you an example, right? So you got brother Elijah Muhammad, right? And he was doing all the good work. He had land and everything like that. But everyone still can't get off the idea that he had with the young women, the young wives, and Malcolm exposed that. And that situation is still kind of rift today. He done all that good work, but yet he had all these young wives. But then you can say, but what laws are we covering? Because the laws of the land by the people who it says, well, you can't have multiple wives, you can't be with women under a certain age. But then he done all them good things. So what are we saying? Are we taking good with the bad?
What did Malcolm do? What did Malcolm do?
It's
about morality at the end of the day.
All Malcolm did, it was a voice for Elijah, and in a way he kind of like put Elijah on the bad light. The guy who brought him on, then he turned against him, like Polite and Sinetta. Wasn't it Sinetta who brought him on? And then Polite was the first one who threw the first stone at Sinetta, and then Sinetta responded. You know what I mean? And Elijah and it didn't have that same thing with Khalid.
Yeah.
And what's his name? Khalid.
These sort of
Khalid
people.
And what's the
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Khalid and Farrakhan.
Sinetta and Polite. Are those your examples?
No, I'm talking about the reason why we follow and listen to these people is because we're looking, and we're looking to get to the truth of who we are as a people. And in these people at a certain point, why do we watch them and why do we listen to them? Because maybe we see something in ourselves that we see in them.
This is the thing, and it's come full head to show that we shouldn't be doing.
We have been.
So what? The thing is, you're pointing out what we shouldn't be. So you tell us what we should be. Then you tell me. Go ahead.
Just trusting in ourselves.
But okay, you've done that. Yeah, we do that, and then what else? Then from what else after that? Because at the end of the day, we need fellowship.
Are you saying that we should be relying on the Sinettas and the Polites and all?
No, I'm not saying. I'm trying to tell you, that us as people, we rely on fellowship on other people, other than ourselves, to get more knowledge.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. And this is why we gravitate to listen to people. But out of the negativity, there's positivity coming. Like I said, I wouldn't have found Queen Thrones and Sister Nandi and all these other people have a dispute with Sinetta, but there's all these great other people who actually went through or talked to Sinetta that they fell out with. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to say to you is like with good and bad. Now I'm trying to say to you when it comes to some of these leaders, they like I pointed out.
1-to-1. Did you think Sinetta was the bastion of the conscious community?
What do you mean? You're gonna have to break that down. The bastion. Go ahead, break that down.
No, did you think?
You're gonna have to break down what the bastion.
I'm sure I was part of the conscious community. You were too.
No. What's the bastion? Tell me what do you mean the bastion? What do you mean?
What he was doing.
What do you mean?
He burgeoned this shit.
No, man. Listen. You gotta understand here. These people came through other people. Like I pointed out, Khalid, Muhammad. That's how Sinetta.
Do you not think that you were conscious already?
No. No,
flowed along.
you're not listening. You're not listening. These people came from other people. That's how we follow them. You understand what I'm trying to say to you? It was like, for example, Queensboro made a video
Because
about
maybe,
this guy listening. I'm trying to show you of why we even got to this point of where we are, why we even here. We're following other people, and then them other people kind of let us down. Now we're moving on to other people. That's what's going on here. That's exactly what's going on, right? That's how it is. We're constantly like, even like nomads, like trying to follow the knowledge to get to the ultimate knowledge that we can look at and say, yeah, you know what, I can feel that. That's what we are. It seems to me. You know what I mean?
Let me tell you, the problem started at a very young age. They taught us at a very young age how to rely on information that comes from somebody else. It's called the schooling system.
My issue is that Sanetta was never
hold on, my brother.
a smart person.
Let me just say this. So eventually them children are going to become adults, and they're going to maintain that mindset of getting information from someone else. And then they have children and they teach them the same thing. So yes, when we start saying that people, you know, they pass the torch down from Khalid Muhammad, then now we got the polites. Even when you go before Khalid Muhammad, they all did the same thing. None of them people, to answer the brother's questions, they did nothing for us. I don't care how well of a speaker the person might have been, man. I don't care.
My issue is, are these people you want the torch passed down to the youth?
Listen to what I'm saying. Yes, that's exactly in order to keep the infrastructure afloat. These people don't think like the average person. They think about the future. They think about after they retire, after they stop speaking.
They think about views. That's what they think about. Views.
But views bring money. It's a market. Our suffering, our heartache, it's monetized right now. It's always been monetized.
That's exactly what it is.
It's always been monetized. So
they think about views. So when the other people that were passing the torch down to them were talking about the future of the people.
Right. They talked about
these guys think about views.
But listen to what I'm about to tell you. Those same people was all wealthy people. And they did not share that wealth with the people that they was claiming that they wanted to help. There's no way you can tell me that MLK had millions of dollars. MLK, you could pull it up. His net worth was well over $1 million. How did he get $1 million? Yes, Malcolm X, $1 million. Matter of fact, if you pull up Malcolm X and MLK net worth, their net worth was identical. How is that even possible unless they were getting paid by the same exact people? They cut them the exact same amount of money. These people have brainwashed our people to become beggars. While they was getting money, they was telling you, they didn't tell you how to get money like they got money. They told you to wait. We're going to vote. We're going to do this. We're going to march up there to the White House. We're going to tell them this while we're waiting.
You need to watch.
While our people
that's what you need to watch.
While our people was waiting
to see how Sanetta came up.
Well, let me break this down so you can see the pattern here, because this is not a coincidence. This was orchestrated. While our people was waiting in the 50s, in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, all the way up to today, they was getting money. Because if I find a way how to make 1.5 million in a year, I'm going to teach my people how to make that same 1.5 million in a year for themselves. I'm not going to keep giving you promises. Well, this is what I'm going to do for you. If you keep me, as your leader, we're going to change laws. And I'm not going to be selling you this dream while y'all are continue to struggle. But when me and my wife and my kids live in a big house and we live in a safe neighborhoods and all this good shit, all I'm giving you is good speeches and shit. That's it. And every now and then I might feed the kids, to make it look good. So to give more faith into the people. Oh yeah, look at that good deed he did. He a real one. No. We need resources. That's how they're beating us right now.
So brother, why are we focusing on these supposed conscious community?
Because we was
forefathers.
Our mind was molded as a child to think that way throughout pre-K, kindergarten, first grade, all the way up to college. All we knew our whole entire life was to get information from another person. So that's why when we look at the conscious community, what we're doing, the same thing.
Is the information
for information
that's
from another
defunct?
person. It is dysfunctional. That's not the way we're supposed to. Everything lies within ourselves, and what they taught us is how to always look outside of ourselves for information when the information is within you.
Bro, I'll
the
say
whole
this. I'll
time.
say this. There's no way I'm fucking getting information from Sarnetta.
Nah, me either.
No way.
But a lot of people are. That's the sad truth. A lot of people. Sarnetta has well over 100,000.
Yeah, that's true, and that's
It's
unfortunate.
it's the thing there. He's not just online. He works in the community. You know what I'm saying? So, like you yourself here, you're saying you wouldn't, but you remember you're in Zimbabwe. You're not on the streets of Harlem, where he comes from. That's where he comes from. Remember, he started there, right? From New York,
true,
Harlem,
true.
and then they rented out ballrooms. They make people making money from the videos and stuff like that. It's a big thing. See what my brother was talking about in terms of people giving their money, but that sounds like the church. That means we've been raised up like the church. To give our money. Let's talk about the net worth. Even though someone's worth a certain amount of money, don't mean they have the money. Like Mike Tyson's worth over how much millions, but he was broke, man. He ain't no money. R. Kelly's worth how much? He ain't got no money. So even if they're worth of that money, and you're talking about giving knowledge to the people, yeah, they will tell you this is what you need to do. Buy this and buy that. You know what I mean? But the really and truly, you as your father. Before we look to them, you should be looking on the father. If we haven't got our own father, our mother, or
But
someone
bro, as followers, how did we get here?
my brother. Yeah, you know, like we're all adults right here. You keep interrupting, yeah, and like, I'm trying to be patient with you, right? But I don't know how old you are, but you know, from where I come from, it's rude to interrupt when someone's talking. So what we're going to do here right now is that when I finish talking, and you can talk. Is that all right? Because I don't really like every time. Thank you, I appreciate it.
Let's do like a 2-minute thing, because
Now I'm only gonna do briefly. I'm just briefly.
Okay.
I'm not used to like being interrupted abruptly when
No,
I know
I feel
we're
you, but we gotta share this
adults.
talking space right now. You know what I'm saying? But I feel you. Yeah.
All right. So what I'm saying is that, like, in regards to net worth, someone's worth an amount of money, but they ain't got the money. But in terms of like richness, what, like, okay, R. Kelly, he ain't, he hasn't got no money now, but the people who listen to his music, they would willing to pay however, because he gives them something. Now, what is Sinai giving people? He's giving some people in his area, in his community, he's giving them, say, look, you can come over here where it's safe. You know what I mean? No one's going to be shooting around, and you can try and open your mind and try to get your knowledge from where your surroundings are. And that's what the concept of what they're trying to do. At some point in the line, it begot greed. Greed begots greed. And this is why, even like the Lord of the Rings, right? They're fighting over one ring. They're fighting over really little peanuts, but to them it's a big thing, right? But they lost sight of the bigger picture. And that's what happens when if anything you focus on expands. And that's as simply what's happened there. They've expanded to the point it's out of control. Like, look, I'm in the UK. My brother's over there in Zimbabwe, right? Now we all have opinions. Now, as my opinion and my brother's from Zimbabwe opinion any more qualified than yours? When you guys are in the States, I don't know. But all I know is that these guys are rich people across the planet, and that's who speak English anyway, right? And end of the day, yeah, it's making us think about certain things about how you project yourself and how you go on. But I agree about the pastor and people giving money. That's been going on for how long? People are willing to give their money if you tell them the right thing. If you be on a street corner and you tell anyone what they want to hear, they'll give you money. They'll give you money, and that's maybe human nature. So that's what I have to say. Go ahead.
All right, who's next?
I would like to. Well, I have a net worth, and in order for me to have the net worth that I had, I still had to have some form of money to obtain the assets, because that's basically what it is. Your net worth is assets. So if I didn't have no money, I wouldn't be able to own a house and own land and own cars and things of that nature. So I had to have some form of income to obtain that set net worth. You understand what I'm saying? So when I mean about money, I know money is not everything, but it takes money to obtain resources, because that's what we ultimately need. We need to learn how to grow our own food, but you need land for that. In order to buy land, you in this system, you have to exchange their currency for that. So when I look at brothers talking about buying back the communities and things like that, I mean, that sounds good, but it makes no logical sense to buy back a community that is infested with drugs, prostitution, and all of this. They're not. It's not like they're going to be on the street corners and getting that stuff out of there, because if that was the case, they would have already done it. They never had a plan on doing that. They only wanted to siphon money out of the community. That's it. We're not teaching our people how to get money. None of our leaders taught us how to get money so we can obtain the resources that we need to become self-efficient. That's the most important, to me. I believe that's the most important or the most valuable thing you can ever have in your life, to be self-efficient. That means you don't have to go to grocery stores because you grow your own food. You don't have to go and get meats because you have your own cattle. You don't need to pay light bills because you have solar panels, and you don't have to pay for water because you have your own well. Things like that, being self-efficient. So when we start talking about creating a community, those are the things that we have to also implement into this set community that we're claiming that we want to create. All that other unnecessary shit is beyond me. It's not logical. And I know that everybody's not on board with that, but that's cool. You know, they just gonna have to get left behind, man, because all they're gonna do is slow down the process of us elevating to a place that we actually need to be. And I think that's getting back to bringing balance within human nature. You understand what I'm saying? But I fall back. Go ahead.
No, you good. I was just saying I agree.
Oh, but yeah,
I feel that. I definitely feel that. Anybody else?
Okay, I could have kept going.
You can go ahead, bro.
You know,
I think this is deep. We getting to the bottom of it.
And now, and you got to remember, and as they continue to siphon money out of the community, they're dangling a carrot over the community's head. When he's showing the Gucci, the Mercedes, and all that,
the monetary,
right, the monetary gain that they obtain from the people that they claim they want to help. And what I learned too was that, for some odd reason, especially within our community, we love to live through the lives of successful people, or people that we think are successful. Instead of becoming successful ourselves, we would live through the lives of Jay-Z. That's why you hear people gossip about, man, you see what kind of shoes he had on? I think they were like custom made, and they're living through them. But they don't have it. They don't even have the mindset of trying to obtain it. Now, materialistic things, I could care less about it, but that's how we was molded to think. You understand? We should have been came together and created our own community. Get some fresh land. We don't have to buy something back that got nothing but death on it, corruption on it. We could have been did that. You got a goofball right now raising $7 million to build a museum. Like, come on, people. $7 million to build a museum. When he could take that same money and buy hundreds of acres of land and build as many museums he wants on the land that he and the people own. And the truth is, it's not about the people. It's about him and how much he's going to make from it. You know, we know it don't cost $7 million to build a museum. You know, y'all know who I'm talking about. It don't cost $7 million to build a museum, even the way that he's talking about building it. He's going to pocket most of that money. He's going to build a museum. I think he's going to do it, but he's going to get his cut, and then he's going to recharge people to go inside. And then he put it in the whitest of the whitest area.
Who you talking about? Who you talking about?
Tariq.
Oh, Tariq, he goes a museum? What got it? Oh, the buck breaking museum.
Yes, $7 million.
Yo, why ain't you to go check no buck?
$7 million, bro. I'm looking at some land right now that don't cost nowhere near that.
Facts.
Yo,
just like this lawsuit. Just like this lawsuit. Let's be real. If Sanetta really want to sue Tasha K, or anybody for that matter, he does not need to raise that $150,000.
Oh, so wait. Sanetta took the same playbook from Pharaoh?
Yeah. Except for he's asking for $100,000 less than Pharaoh did in his scams. You know what I mean? So it's not as bad.
He knew he was, because he's not as popular as Pharaoh was. So I guess he was like, well, I'm gonna drop it 150,000. Y'all can give me 150,000. But did y'all know that lawsuit was he only paid $400 to file it, and then he actually got the $400 refunded back because they threw it out. So now he's gonna sue a bunch. So now we got signed up. Dude, they're rinsing and repeating the same scams over and over again. I don't understand how people is not seeing this shit.
Exactly.
Like, this is the state of the so-called conscious community. Like, dude, we don't need leaders like that. Look how many years. Listen, if the community really had a leader, we first of all, we don't need to be looking for leaders anyway. We all are leaders. We have a leader within us. We all leaders. Fuck that. We do coming together is one thing, but following another motherfucker, that's a whole completely different thing. But anyway, y'all notice in the past 80 years, we had leaders come and go. Do y'all see any improvement within the last 80 years when it comes to our people as a whole? Because I don't. I don't. I still seeing these kids are not being protected. That's still going on. Women are damn sure not being protected. Hell, they trying to move y'all out the way with y'all see what's going on. I ain't gonna even say his name. I'm gonna just say, well, the last part is X,
right?
With that kid, you know what I'm saying? Look, they trying to have babies now. Like, come on, man.
Yo, that's crazy. Yeah. He's crazy.
Come on, man.
This is nuts, right?
Yeah, that's but you know the thing is that's being pushed right now. Like that's being pushed right now. Like I do boxing media, right? And in the media, they control what you put out. If you don't push that narrative, then they try and say you can no longer your media credentials gets cancelled. So this is happening all over. Like people want to push a certain narrative, and that's what's going on. Let me talk about that bit about the land you was talking about, because Malachi York had the idea we need to buy our own land, and when he got the land, it seemed like from all accounts that he abused the people. What's his name again? Messiah Garvey. He bought a boat and bought the money, and it seemed like his own people kind of teared him down or whatever, or the money was he didn't get money, then he got exported. So people have already come up with the idea of buying a business for our people and stuff like that. But it seems to me that that's not working, man. That I think that's not working. Even Jim Jones in it is the guy that pastor told people to go down into Guyana and had people killed. So people, like you said, people. You say there's no leader. It seems like there's a lot of I say weak or people following other people, thinking these people are the guys, and when they don't prove them to be that guys, we have to tear them down. Like Sinetta, I'm not saying if he was the guy or whatever, you just listen. But a lot of people are really pushing it to say these people need to be erased, they need to be teared down, they need to think. I just see them as a study case to say, well, that's not really the way I want to go. And just leave them where they are. No one really needs to be teared down. It's just a case of, I don't really, mess with that guy. I feel like sometimes as people, instead of just looking at these people and say, just leave them where they are, right? But a lot of people feel like we have to just completely eradicate them, like they're the enemy. You know what I mean? They had best intentions and it didn't work out. And for whatever reason, you know what I mean? They're trying to figure out themselves, and then it becomes an attack between them and us and them. And really and truly, the waters become blurred. And the reason why is that because we're following the wrong concept. If your concept is following money and trying to do this and trying to do that for other people have their own mind. They're gonna turn against you. That's what it seems to me. I think the only thing you could do right now is, for you and your immediate family, especially with you, is try and make the great decisions every day, and where you don't get yourself in compromise. You know what I'm saying? But I think everyone's really trying to build themselves in a way. But I really think of it when it comes down to condemning other people, you'll be judged how you judge other people. And it's like this, right? I say to myself, I look at these guys and say, okay, they're doing this, they're doing that. You know what I mean? Really and truly, what's good and what's not? That's what it comes down to. What's good and what's not.
But I'm not worried about being judged in a situation where I'm not doing what they're doing. I think that people should be calling out the scamming. I think they should be calling out the pedophilia, the abuse of women, etc. Because in reality, these people have large platforms. You know what I mean? You could type in Brother Polite or Sonetta, and they're you're going to see a video where they're acting like they're all sophisticated, holier than thou or whatever. But in reality, they tricksters and scammers. And like my background is not the same as theirs. You ain't never going to find where I molested a child.
Me either.
You ain't never gonna find where I scammed.
Me
You ain't never
either.
gonna find where I just was beating on my you know what I
Me
mean, my
neither.
spouse or whatever,
Fact.
like, you know. But I feel what he's saying and stuff. I do.
But yeah, I feel what he's saying, and that's exactly what I've done. I looked at these individuals, and I'm not gonna do nothing the way they done it, because you gotta remember, when I say create a community, I'm talking about a community for the people. There is no leader
Right.
at all. These people
Right.
created these communities, and there was a leader in all of them. I'm
Mhm.
not talking about creating a community or get some land and then I'm the leader of the community. That's why I say self-efficient. That means that nobody will have to rely on anybody. If anything, everybody out there will be their own leader. They just will have a peace of mind and don't have to rely on the bullshit that we have to rely on in this society. That's it. Just
Right.
be smart on how we do it. And it's going to be a place where the kids and the women are going to be safe. I'm telling you. Because we're not playing all this little sick shit that's going on around here. I guarantee that shit ain't gonna happen now. You ain't gotta worry about calling no police there.
Right.
Believe that. And I'm gonna let them be known right now. We ain't having that, man.
At all.
So you know,
Because if we stand for that, no, you good. If we stand for that, we're, you know what I'm saying, perpetuating the same thing. We gonna have a whole bunch of people that are damaged, bruised. They done seen their mom get beat up because nobody called it out in the community. They done been molested. You know what I mean? Nobody called it out. Everybody just allowing it to happen. And I really think in reality, I'm not taking my words back. I think there is a sex trafficking ring inside the at least YouTube conscious community.
Yeah,
But you know
I
what I'm
agree.
saying?
I agree. No, I agree. No, I agree with that one. I agree with that. That one right there. That's what people, think. And look, and all these bigger rings, like these the Weinsteins, the with the whatever the name, the Stearns, the Steens, whatever, they all
Yeah,
being took down.
Weinstein.
Yeah, the Weinsteins and all them people, they all be took down. Now it seems like we doing some house cleaning. People need to be cleaned up, and they need to come because people had enough of the people coming with this stuff, and you got all this stuff behind you. You know what I mean? Like really and truly, like it's and I think the backlash really is because people are disappointed. People are really disappointed with some of the stuff and how they project themselves. That you're this, like you said, holier than now, right? Holier than now, and you project
Right.
yourself like you're this and that, and you're not. You know what I mean? All of them. So, but the funny thing about it, like if you look at most of the pastors and even the priests in the Catholic Church, they've been found out and been troubling little boys for years in the Catholic Church for years.
Yes,
And
we expose that too.
people still go to the people. And the funny thing, people still go to the churches, man. People
Yeah,
still go to
that's
the
true.
churches. So what we saying as humanity? I know we're talking about us as people, but humanity is that when we see abuse happening and it's bad, man, it's terrible. But yet we still go in there. We still go there. How we need to address that is abuse. We know it's abuse, but yet we're still taking it. You know what I mean? Anyone got a question? Answer.
But a lot of us, some of us aren't. Like, there's a lot of people. I'm not gonna say a lot. There's people on my channel that don't believe in religion or whatever at all, period. And to me, I wouldn't care. Like, if Jesus is real and he came down from the sky, like, yeah, I'll be touching on kids, fam, I'm done with you, bro. You know what I mean? Like, period. We got to set an example. That's just how I feel. I wouldn't care if it was written 100 times in that book, or you know what I mean? And yeah, I understand that what was going on back then, right? Allegedly in the Jesus days and stuff, was obviously a different mind frame from ours. However, we're not on that plane right now. You know what I mean? We've evolved in a lot of things. And if people cannot understand and see that victimizing children is only hurting the future, and those that are victimizing these children, they're doing it for a very selfish reason. And then some of them in the conscious community are pushing it. Oh, you can open your chakras in your asshole. You know what I mean? It's just really weird to me.
That shit had me bugged out. Because I think it's a clip that one of the elders was teaching that shit. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, what kind of sick shit? And that's why I'm saying they're pushing this on the people that are listening. And then you're going to have people that really try to go out and duplicate that lifestyle. Then now the numbers of those widows has quadrupled.
Exactly.
So it's becoming a problem. So I know we was talking about the money and stuff like that, but that shit does go hand in hand with the conscious community, because as they make more and more money, that actually makes them more dangerous.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
fact.
they have more access, and let me just jump in here real quick.
Go ahead,
This
bro.
whole like I said, man, it's a lot about playing to the male ego with these cults. When the last time you seen a female led cult? I'll wait.
And I'm definitely not saying that females are perfect. Women can be predators too. I've
They
exposed
can
that
be.
as well. I've exposed that as well.
Yeah,
So, just being rational about it or whatever.
but a
But
female
But
but
led cult,
that's true though.
you don't
That's
but
you don't really hear about female led cults. A lot of this male cult, this mentality that makes a man think that he can go out and create his own world and have his own people and create all of his own people. This arrogant, narcissistic, uh, sociopathic mentality. People, it's in our community, and when it pops up, it's not addressed. And they're allowed to spit this pseudoscience to people. And I always say, let's bring the attention back to that. It's about the babies, because no matter how older we get, there are always going to be new young ones that have not been exposed to the bullshit, and they don't know. They have no idea, and that's the ones we're speaking for. The ones that don't know, the ones that are easily manipulated because
Well,
they have no life experience. That's why we got to push this so hard, because hopefully they'll hop on one of these platforms and see us talking about it and be like, whoa, wait a minute, this motherfucker's selling snake oil. You see,
hey,
that's
hey,
facts.
now
that's
you mentioned the cult, yeah? Well, the women's liberation movement started off like they
that's not a
wanted
cult.
right. That yeah, no, but no, in that, like inside that, there's a cult of demonic spirit that they want to tear down men, like you know what I mean, like good working hard men, they want to tear it down and take the women, you know what I mean? Like you could say it's not a cult, but in that they have cults, man. In that they have a cult. It's not
Okay,
officially called a cult. It's not officially called a cult, but that's a cult, bro. Bro, they just dedicated into tearing the men down. Don't
wait a
matter
minute,
what,
brother.
don't any negative thing you're gonna say, anything you're gonna say against the women, they will tear you down. Like the sister that's pointed out Queen's Road about and it's fair play. Women do abuse kids. Some women abuse men, boys and girls, right? She pointed it out. Now, if Queen's Road was a woman's lib, she's like, nah, women don't do that. You know what I mean? She'd be adamant about it to the point like, why would you be defending it? Because that in this there is they have a cult type mindset. You know what I mean? So there's cults in there is that. If you're talking about cult, I would say that would be a cult. My brother, I'd say that.
yeah, I
No,
gotta
yeah, I
agree
got you.
with it.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's
But before you
crazy.
say that, let me get
Oh,
out
go
one
ahead.
more thought. One more thought. I said this before. I'm gonna say it again. I'm a man. I'm not a woman. I can't tell a woman what to do with her body. If I get a woman pregnant, I have no control over that, and I accept and I respect that fact and where I sit in the universe on that. So when I speak on these things, I speak from a man's perspective, and when I speak on what a solution might be, I always put the responsibility on me as a man. As a man, we should be more responsible. As a man, we should have more integrity. I feel like as a man, I can only speak to that, and then there should the women out there that speak to what they can improve. They speak towards that. But as men, I'm a man. I can go up against a man. I don't expect a woman to do that. So I speak out on this because I intentionally want men to step up and disagree with the fact that we do have to be more responsible. We do have to stop getting mad at women and saying they're trapping us. Nigga, you put yourself inside of her until ejaculation, knowing full well what sperm does to an egg inside of a woman. Be more responsible. You complain about child support, but you didn't wear a condom. You complain about your baby mama and the quality of a woman that she is, but you laid with her unprotected. You committed an act where you knew a life could come from it. You make conscious decisions throughout your life and then you complain. That's not a manly thing. Have integrity, grab your nuts, be responsible. And when things like this happen, we need to hold, if we hold ourselves accountable and we hold ourselves responsible for our own personal lives, when things like this happen as men, we can all stand up together and make other men stand up and be accountable for their actions.
Hey, I like to say this, right? You make good points, right? But how can I put this? See, men, yeah, us as men, men, but we're made of women as well. Like it was a woman and a man that made us, right? So some men, they go on their feminine side, they're gonna complain and cry, right? And complain. And some men will just keep quiet and keep quiet. But we're made up of both parts, bro. So when you're made up of both parts, that kind of like obviously that kind of gender, he probably wanted the feminine side and where the women and stuff. And some men would just hold it and take it. But I'm not gonna judge a man looking at a man of how they deal with emotional stuff. Sometimes it's probably better to cry and get it out your system to hold it back, because when you hold things back, it actually causes more damage internally. You know what I mean? And I think as men, you need to embrace that we come from women as well. We're a part of both. You know what I mean? And because of being a part of both, you should be able to discern which is the manly way of doing things, and which is the way where sometimes you need a soft touch. And then when it comes to a guy who made the decision to sleep with a woman, and it didn't go well, and that responsibility comes from both people. You know what I mean? Comes on both people. And I know obviously the relationship failed and it's bad for the kids, but both people have to own up, bro. Like you shouldn't sit there and say we're a man, we have to take. Someone could have slapped you in your face and all them things that you have to take it. Hell no. Nah, well, you know what I mean? You don't have to stand there. You could just dive, weave, you know what I mean? Hold her and say, and walk away. You could choose other things. But what I'm saying is, like, there's not just one way of dealing with situations that all one way. Like, we should just take it, or man should just take it. I'm not in that situation, by the way, to talking about. But I believe that I'm not. In fact, we know we come from a man and a woman. You know what I mean? But we project as manly figures that we should be a certain way. But really and truly, you have to discern which is the best decision for you and for the people around you, whether that is, a soft approach or a hard approach. You can choose that. You know what I mean? And that's the truth, in my opinion. But I hear what you're saying.
I'm not denying what you're saying. I feel like you might have misunderstood me. All I'm saying is, as men, we need to take accountability and be responsible. We literally, if we just look at it on a basic level, we literally pull out our member, which is an extension of ourselves. We put ourselves into a woman. We're stronger than her. These men aren't being forced to come inside of women. They're not being forced to do that. I'm 29. I don't have any kids. I'm not going to expound upon my sex life, but if you find me on Facebook or Instagram, you can see evidence. I deal with women. I've dealt with plenty of them. I don't have kids. And that's because in the back of my mind, I'm always like, I need to take care of an extra responsibility if I'm not responsible right now. It doesn't mess up my mood. It doesn't mess up my good time. I'm just trying to be responsible because I understand the gravity of bringing another life into the world. I feel like when men are young, they should be told there are certain responsibilities that they need to take ownership to. And I can only speak to the men because I'm a man. I'm not saying that we don't come from both, but I'm saying I'm not going to walk around this world as a man and relinquish my accountability and say, oh, well, women did that too. That's like when you get in trouble and then you say, oh, well, this person did that too. Or they don't care about what somebody else did. We're talking about you right now. Personal accountability, integrity. That's all I'm saying. So when situations like this happen, we don't have to hold back.
I would call that maturity, though. That's maturity, isn't it? It's being mature.
You can teach a child how to be responsible. They might not necessarily be mature, but you can teach a child how to be responsible.
I understand, but all the stuff you're highlighting, that comes down to being mature and understanding with age. Maturity we should come with age. You know what I'm saying? Because some people, dude,
I lost it at 16. I was a junior and she was a senior. Mm-hmm. I had no experience, but one thing that was in the back of my mind was my sister had kids. I remember baby crying at 3 a.m. I used to think about that. So when I lost it, I was thinking about that. I was really thinking about that. Like, damn, I have the ability to create one of those. I don't have the money, the time, the patience or the resources to properly provide that living being with the tools that will make them successful in life. I've just always thought like that.
Yeah,
And I feel like we need
but at that time, but you're still evolving, bro. That's what I'm trying to say. We're still evolving. You know what I mean? How you are now is not how you're gonna be in 10 years' time, well, you shouldn't be anyway, right? So as you're evolving, then things change, and how how your opinions change as you evolve. You know what I mean? We're evolving people all the time because with the certain information at a fast rate, especially which is the age of information. And I'm saying to you, I'm not disagreeing with anything you're saying on that side of it. But you really and truly, I think making the best decision for both parties is probably, as a man, would be more wise. You know what I mean? Rather than saying, as a man, we have to do this, you did that. When people, people want to make the best decision for both. That's what you'd think. But it comes down to both because you have a female, she has her opinion, you have your opinion, and you got to wait. But I agree with what you're saying though in terms of you need to hold the responsibility. But
let me
like
say
maturity.
this too.
Go ahead.
Let me say this. I look at it like this here. There's a lot of situations that that can limit a person, especially when we're talking about trying to think for another person. You can only think for yourself, which is true.
That's all I'm saying. Thank you, brother.
You can think for yourself. That's true. But ultimately, when we're talking about two people coming together, the responsibility is on both parties. There's no way around that. That's on both individuals. Because when we start doing things half-cocked, you get half-cocked results. But when you have somebody else that's sharing, that's on the same wavelength as you, that's mentally on your level, you notice that a lot of things in life become easier. So, so when a baby come into this world, everything once a baby is born, that's it. Your life is devoted to that baby. That's both mother and father. The problem is that a lot of people don't give up that old lifestyle. They don't put the babies first. They still want to go partying. They still want to hang with their friends. They still want to do all these things that they used to do because they wasn't ready. I mean, that's what we're seeing right now today. Women leaving their babies in the car so they can go see another dude or go to the club and babies getting trapped. You see, that's crazy shit going on. These people are not devoting their life to their children. And if we got one woman, see, that's why it don't work now, because you got a lot of single mothers that's out here raising these babies by themselves, trying to be both parents. And it's making it harder for them because either it's a numerous of things could have took place. The man could have walked out, or it just ain't worked out, whatever the case may be, but it makes it harder. Same thing if a man was out there that wanted to see his kids and do everything for them, but the other party is not, you know what I'm saying, on the same wavelength as the brother. See, it makes it harder. So I say that ultimately it would take both parents to make that shit work, man. Period. No one person do all the thinking for everybody and all. Nah, we can't. We can only think for ourselves and do what's right for us, man, and make all the right decisions for ourselves. But the other party got to also be on board with that. And then nobody can separate you or come between you. None of that. You just flourish from there. But we got a lot of dysfunctional shit going on right now. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's why a lot of women, right now, women got it. To me personally, I think women got it the worst. They got it the hardest because they being attacked in ways where, man, we getting attacked too, but we getting attacked in different type of ways. But they getting attacked on, I'm talking about they getting attacked on a way where they're trying to be eliminated. They really trying to move them out the way. Like literally, they're trying to just they're feminizing us, but shit, we'll still be walking around as much. They trying to do without women.
I be thinking niggas is gay. I'm sorry. I be thinking
niggas
I be thinking for real. The way they treat women and the way they try to make men be soft. Dog, listen.
The same thing. Go ahead, bro.
Hey, bro. I just had to say something, dog. Like, I was just watching. Like, I'm like, man, y'all niggas don't like y'all don't like women. Like, all right, I understand like the whole concept of being like a super alpha and stuff like that, and the art of game and all this shit dudes be talking about. It's like, oh, you don't know how to talk to women. That's why you might text her and she don't text you back. and she try to act like a good girl. Meanwhile, she having sex with the next dude on the first date because he knows how to talk to women. Like, you throwing like rhetoric like that in the young men's minds, like you polluting they shit. So like, how you know that person's destiny isn't to stack their bread and not just maybe not meet that chick at that time, and they're gonna stack their bread, and then when they meet the chick, they're gonna meet the chick. Yeah, teach them game
Right.
so they don't get played, but don't teach them game so they can go play people. You see what
But
I'm saying? You
you
teach the
know what?
game so motherfucker don't get played.
Right, you're
My mama,
100%, bro.
bro, my
No,
mama was
go
on
ahead.
some other shit in the '80s, bro. You see what I'm saying? On some other
Mhm.
shit, dog. Motherfucker dox me and they pull up my old girl, dog. They gonna stop playing with me because they gonna see some shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, and she taught me. She always wanted me to stay out of the streets, bro. She could have gave me 2 or 3 phone numbers and I'd have been lit. In a couple of major cities, no matter where I was, she'd have gave me a few phone numbers. I'd have been lit, but she didn't want me to go down that path. She always told me, "Be nice, don't hurt people. You know, you might not know your father, but I knew him for a short time. I know you got a temper like him. You don't want to go down that road. Being tough is not important.
It
Being tough
sure
is
ain't.
not important, and you ain't got nothing to prove to nobody.
But watch how
Stack
this
your
this
bread
watch
and be vigilant of the
watch
bullshit." And that's
watch
all it
how this
was.
connects too. Watch how this connects to the whole topic though, because as they feminize the men, who gonna be the men, the real men, that's gonna stand up against them pushing the women out the way. You feminize the men, the women have no defense really besides themselves. You see what I'm saying?
They
So
wanna get the women out the way so they can come in and fuck the feminized men. They want relationships
What the
with us.
fuck?
hey, what,
I likes you
bruh,
and I
this
want
shit, man, this shit crazy. But like I was saying, like there's a real attack on the women. You gotta remember, they the ones that, bro, they the ones that created a nation. They brought life to a nation, bruh. How they going? They brought life to a nation that they don't even control. Think about that.
Oh, and let me put a disclaimer. I have nothing against the LGBTQIA plus community. I'm an ally. I have friends, close friends to the family that live that lifestyle. I have nothing against those people, but I don't fuck with the agenda of taking young boys that could be leaders in our community, black leaders, and like you said, feminizing them, making them soft so they don't have no backbone. So when the shit hits the fan, they're not standing up for our people, especially the women. And
Man, they
situations
don't.
like this reflect that. We need to not have motherfuckers that's out there that's like a 14-year-old girl might have seduced him
Facts,
and they
facts.
might have set him up.
And,
We don't
and
need black men um echoing that shit. That's not
facts.
acceptable.
No, you're right, and I'm with you on that too. I had did a stream not too long ago, and they flagged it. I re-uploaded it on TrueTube. Um, I forgot what the name. I think I forgot the name of the choir, but they had a whole song. They came out with a song from the community. They flagged my video, but the video I think is still on YouTube, if I'm not mistaken, where they blatantly say that all the people in the lyrics, they say that all the people that assumed that we was coming after your children, you were right all along. It's in the lyrics.
Facts.
When they, like you said, when they get comfortable, they get bold, they get sloppy. They start
So
telling on themselves.
now what we're dealing with the conscious community, you feminize the men. Who's going to defend not only the women, but who's going to defend the kids? They're already telling us that the kid, when you have a baby now, you don't even have to put a gender on the birth certificate. It's a new. They have a
What?
whole new gender. Oh, y'all ain't hear about
No,
that?
I
Yeah,
didn't know
they
that. I
just
knew
passed
it was
that.
coming.
Yeah,
They
I
they
just
knew it
passed
was
passed.
that.
coming.
They
So
just did it.
hold on.
Yep.
Yeah, they did it. Just did it. You don't have to put a gender. But see, this is the thing, y'all, because if they're no longer like, so what happens if somebody mess with a child that don't have a gender? What do you call that? We got to start paying attention to what they're doing. What can they call it? They're not, because they're not, if they're not labeled as a gender, is they even labeled as a human being? Can you be charged with a crime, if the crime is being done to a quote unquote child, that's not even that's not even considered a gender.
Is it considered a human if it
A
doesn't have a
human
gender?
at that
In
point,
law,
right?
is
So
that a loophole for the
right.
weirdos?
So by law, you did not commit a crime on another human being.
Sound like a loophole to me.
Yeah, but it's getting really, really disturbing. That's why I say a lot of the stuff that we're talking about, some people might think we're going off topic, but it all ties into it.
Together.
No, we right where we need to be, brother. We was right on point.
It's crazy, man. And I'm
Because
glad
that's basically what they doing by you know what I mean? Sitting up here. Now again, obviously everybody don't, you know what I mean? Everybody can handle this situation with polite in their way. But I'm gonna be real. I'm side-eyeing people that are talking about, you know, wait until the trial is over in the case and all that. And that's weird because we should be front and center for our children, just like that victim. And like the reason why I'm on Sarnetta, besides the Nikki situation, is because he's a leader. So all the young people that are starting to quote unquote wake up, right? They clicking in on his shit, and he's sitting up here like, nah, B, nah. You know what I mean? We gonna wait till the trial over. What is that really saying? Another victim runs across the people that, you know what I mean, the new people that are waking up, and they idolizing Sarnetta, and then they gonna do a real victim in the streets in their life that way. And what? That victim could kill themselves, you know what I mean, or not speak out. It's just, it's bullshit to me.
Yeah.
The negative.
I met a whole dad. Like, fam, how in the fuck do you have a daughter and you cool with it? Like, if somebody had touched his daughter, would he be like, nah, we gonna wait until after the case? Bro, if that is the case, I definitely don't want to fuck with you. But go ahead, y'all.
No, we right on point, man. And I'm gonna go talk my shit for a little minute, and I'm gonna shut up like like I've been doing. But you know, I don't have kids, man, but I have nieces and nephews, and you know, being an uncle early, you know, change them, you know, put them to sleep. But I could never bring myself to change the little girls. I couldn't do that. The first time I tried it, you know, my sister was busy. She's like, "Go ahead, change her," you know. And then you know, I was like, "All right, so you do it. Just I did it before, whatever. I'm doing it." And then as soon as I got to pulling the thing, I seen that little slit. I'm like, "No!" I just felt like cringy. Like I started to cringe.
Right.
You know, and I was like, "This I can't do." You know what I mean?
That's a good thing to me, because that means,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That, bro,
it's good
I
mindset.
feel that. Yeah, I feel that. I like that.
I remember that like yesterday, man. I'm like, I can't. It was so strange to me. Like it didn't feel right. You know what I mean? Now I'll take my little nephews to the bathroom and I show them how to stand up and pee. You know how to aim right. Put the Cheerios in the toilet and you know, make sure you get your aim. I don't know if y'all peoples did this, but my mom put Cheerios in the toilet, like 2 or 3 Cheerios, and they always gravitate towards the middle. Right. So like, you know, I understand. It's like, well, you know, give me that, the man thing. I'm here to help you. I'm your ally. You know, we boys. You know, and I ain't worried about dealing with nothing with no little boy. So that's cool. You know, just moving little stuff out the way, lift the legs up, boom, you done. Wrap it up. You know what I mean? But with the little girl, it just hit me. You know, it hit me different. I just felt like, you know, that wasn't right. So my family know that about me. They know, you know, I'm uncle, but I'm not finna. I'm Uncle Preach, but I'm not. You know, you gonna have to change her. I'm not finna do that. You know, and it's just small stuff like that. Like, you know, I'm not in any closed rooms with little girls. Like I treat little girls different. Like I talk to little girls as if I'm trying to you know, put bigger ideas in their mind that have to do with how men should act around them. Every time I'm around a little girl, I am trying to be a man that I want her to believe a man should be like.
Hold on really quick. Let
You know
me
what I mean?
address this queen in here. Shout out to Hurricane Katrina BOS. Shout out to the Argument League. I will be bringing some information that Nepal had actually went after Hurricane Katrina's deceased son. And Sanetta can't do shit about that, which I will be bringing. So I just wanted to say salute to Hurricane Katrina. I feel like she's been through enough, but to have Nepal playing with her deceased child. Also, remember, royal family, that Nepal Shetta claimed that she was fighting for women and children. Well, Hurricane Katrina's son was a child at that time. So her throwing that in his face. Also, Rob Rack, I'm on your fucking ass about that shit. That shit ain't cool. I just wanted to say that, you know what I mean? To kind of give you a little bit of understanding about probably what we're
That's
going to be
sick.
looking in tomorrow. But yeah, it's crazy. You know, her
So
son had committed suicide and
Oh
you
man.
know what I mean? And that they were trying to blame it on Suave, her, you know what I'm saying, her husband, her man or whatever. And all this and that. And he wasn't even in that child's life at that time. So, you know what I mean? It's crazy. She got with him after the fact. So it's just wild. So we will definitely be looking at that because we covered another YouTuber that I beefed with for a while. And she was over there making statements about deceased children. So that's not cool. But go ahead. I just wanted to salute her.
She said he over there losing his mind. Who's she talking about?
Sanetta. Yeah.
He on live right now?
You know he lost his. Oh, I don't know if he live.
I don't know if
Oh,
he's
okay.
live. Hold on. We
Okay.
got somebody in the back. Let me. What's good, Culture Living?
Hey, how y'all doing tonight?
What's good?
Appreciate
You
you,
ain't
brother.
here
How
to
you
point
doing?
about me or nothing crazy, are you?
No, man, I had I heard the
I hate
homie
to even
saying
ask that, but it's, you know, that's what people do.
no, I heard the homie say it was hard for him to change his little nieces, and I had to dial in on that because that is real right there. I just had 3 girls in the last 4 years, and it was hard for me to change them at first, but when the diapers get piling up, you get used to it.
I feel you.
Yeah, man. So yeah, I felt like that too. It made me cringe and all that stuff. So yeah, I don't understand how these men could be pedophiles out here and prey on these little girls like that. Peace to the mother and the little girl that's actually going through all of that stuff, man.
Yeah,
We
and
need to actually show
we
up
on
in
the
court.
females' heads too that are doing it because females out here doing it too.
Yeah, but
You know?
we actually need to show up in court and show our
Support.
solidarity and stand with
Right.
them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
And for
people
those
would
that
actually get
can't,
the app.
because it kind of sucks that this whole thing is going on. You know what I mean? And a lot of, you know, school just started for a lot of people or whatever. But for those that physically cannot be there, we need to keep this on our tongues and keep talking about it. So that, you know what I mean? Because trust me, there's victims, survivors right now that are watching this situation and it's going to decide whether they're going to come out and tell their story or not.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and we need
Yeah.
them. We need to
Yeah.
hear from everybody.
And if they see a bunch of if little girls see a bunch of black men and they see a bunch of black men saying, "Hey, fuck the bullshit. I understand this is Me Too culture and people is paranoid and they saying they trying to take men down, man. Fuck that. If he touch you, say something. We got you." If a little girl see that, she
Big
gonna be like,
facts.
"Okay,
Yeah,
all right,
big
they got
facts.
me." You know, and that's just how I'm thinking about it.
Mm-hmm. Big
Yeah,
facts.
it's key.
Yeah.
It's key to
Mine's out
protect
of
our
street.
women and our daughters, man. But I'm gonna go ahead and sign out. I just want to put down a little bit. I just have a good night. All right.
Yeah, I'm about to jump up
Thank you
off here
so
too.
much. I
I'm about to get up
appreciate
off.
you.
I gotta edit some videos. Yo, lay
I
around
feel
for it,
you.
man. I'm starting a whole. I got a series that I'm starting, so I'm gonna be editing the videos up. I've been working on it all week too. So I'm gonna be doing the voiceovers, the whole shebang. I'm telling you, it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. But
Yeah,
I'm gonna
you
try to.
definitely talented. I don't know if Sanetta thinks this is gonna go away. I mean, I know some people that are really lethal, including me, at editing. And good luck on flagging some shit down.
I even created a character. I got him in one of my episodes. So he won't see, they won't be able to flag it because these are
Yep.
me creating these.
Facts.
characters. You see what I'm saying? So I don't need none of their content. I'm gonna do all the voiceovers. I ain't got to use none of their shit. So I'm gonna hit them. I'm gonna hit them where it hurt though. They got a problem with me now. They should have never started. They already had me on their neck as it is, but they don't really woke in the beast. I'm gonna show my talents though. But Queen, shout out to the royal family. I appreciate y'all, you and your family for having me on. Stay on a motherfucking neck. What you say, baby?
Facts.
Big facts.
Oh, my queen say y'all. She say you got to stop playing. Y'all need to do a song together. Y'all need
We
to
do.
collaborate.
We really do, though. We really do. We need to
Yeah.
make that. We need to make that happen. I'm down whenever you are, bro.
Okay, she said she down, baby.
You
All right,
already know.
yeah. All right, so I'm gonna get up out of here again. Shout out to the royal family. Shout out to you.
Much
Y'all better
love.
leak it to me first. I better get the exclusive, nigga. I want to see the video, y'all putting it together and everything.
They're not gonna be ready for that, boy. I'm telling you.
At all.
That's gonna be serious. All right, Queen. Y'all have a good one.
Much love. Much
Be
love.
easy, brother.
And just a little, shameless promotion or whatever, check out TrueTube.com. Get you an account. It's just like YouTube, except for there is no censorship issues, except for if you decide to like in what Katrina's going through, right? Let's say that Katrina had a channel over on TrueTube and I had a channel on TrueTube, right? And I said what Nepal said. Well, Question Everything runs that. The one that was just up here, he runs that whole platform. Okay. So he would, take that content down because that going after family members, including them and shit, is not cool over there. So besides that, if you want to talk about vax or whatever in the hell, you could do that. If you want to drag the person that you're going after, cool, do that. But no dragging children, you know what I mean, and family. So, check that out.
Yeah, man. It's tough. This is a tough topic for people, and it's one of them situations where men they gotta pick. Men they just sorry on this one. You have to pick a side on this one. Sorry.
That's facts.
And it was the other situation. Tory Lanez, one of my favorite artists, was accused of shooting a woman. But see, that situation is different. That's not molestation. They're grown. They're drinking.
Yeah.
So I took the side of my favorite artist. I don't believe he did that shit. And so
I'll
it's
say
all
that
about
story is crazy.
yeah.
I
It's
don't
a
know
very
what
crazy.
to believe. Yeah.
I know somebody that got shot in the foot.
Mm-hmm.
And
and the way that she was standing in the video and all that didn't.
Right.
I don't know.
So I'm just saying that's just an example.
Yeah.
I'm objective, man. I look at the evidence and for this situation, before and I'm not gonna lie. Let me say this right now. Before people start leaking the clips of Sonetta talking about this happening before with Polite, and people releasing the clips of one of his wives talking about they met when she was 16. Before that, I was like, oh shit, man, this is another black celebrity getting hit with the Illuminati bullshit, right?
Right.
That's the first thing that hit my mind. But then when I seen it was a pattern, I was like, oh, it makes sense because I already knew about the allegations about him scamming, and I was like, well, scamming is one thing. The federal government will deal with that, right? But then when it came to these, our allegations and stuff like that, or assault allegations, it changed things. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And you like how long? You see what I'm saying? Like how long we gonna keep letting this happen? Like nah. If I gotta pick a side, I pick one. Sorry, and that's just what it is.
I feel you. Definitely. Facts. I mean, this is crazy to me. And even like the fact that he wants to cover up all this or whatever, he wants all these videos to be removed or whatever, A, is not going to keep me off your ass, Sonetta, and B, it looks suspect. It looks very suspect that you want us to remove the very same videos. Now, there would be no issue with us using those videos if people were not going at Sonetta. I don't know how to feel about this whole Nicki situation. I'm waiting for some more to come out or whatever, but I'm not ready to throw that off the table either. Just the fact that Sonetta was supporting Polite, you know what I mean? From even when he first came out with the allegations to now, even that's suspect to me. To me, that cuts you off. I can't.
Is he
Kick it
supporting?
with
Is he
you.
supporting Polite? Is he supporting Polite?
Hell yeah.
I
He came
thought he
on
said
there.
if he's found. I thought he said he said
I
if
thought
he's
he took
found
that support
convicted or
from
not.
Polite back. I thought he took that back. Didn't he? Did he make a
No,
video and say he's
okay,
not
with
messing
I
with him?
never heard him say that.
At
I heard he said
first,
Go
at
ahead.
first he came out and he said, you know, we're gonna wait until the trial and all this and that until it's done and over or whatever before he speaks. And then, you know, when we were applying pressure to him, he was like, all right, I ain't fucking with Polite. And then the very same day or the very next day,
he went back.
Yeah, and he said, "Oh, y'all were in my comment section,
Wow, I
calling
didn't know
me,
he went back on it.
yeah, calling me a fraud and all this and that," and I debunked that.
But he just came out like he came out yesterday. He said whether Polite's found guilty or not, I'm not fucking with him no more. That's
Man,
that's
he
what he
doing
said.
that to save face. I should have never had to stand on his neck
Right.
for
He's going
him
back
to
and forth
say
too
that.
much.
In
But you see
reality,
the
I'm
thing.
not. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No. I was gonna say. See, the thing is, are we going on? Like, I understand that with Polite with Sinetta, but is it Sinetta's the problem? Was it Polite? Because Polite is the one who's done this. You know, Sinetta hasn't been gone to court. I know. I understand the backwards and forwards because obviously a certain amount of responsibility has come because he came through the House of Consciousness, and even though Sinetta had his own beef with him, Sinetta was on his neck, and we're using the information that Sinetta was on his neck. But the problem is really Polite, right? And the young girl, not really Sinetta, isn't it?
Yeah, right. It is Sinetta. Because
no. Sorry, the problem is Polite. Polite is the problem, really.
The problem is really Sinetta too, because
Go ahead.
even with the Nikki situation moved to the side, he still has brought 6 sexual offenders out on his page, people that had admitted to touching children or letting children touch them, as well as now Ali Muhammad is being exposed for being a domestic, he a woman beater. So that to me is weird as hell, because if you talking about you a leader, you talking about you're bringing consciousness, how are you also then supporting these scammers, these woman beaters and these sex offenders?
All right, let me put it like this, right? Now, I'm from London, and obviously you're in the States, yeah? I'm on your platform, right? And let's say from your platform, I go on, obviously, big up Queen's Thrones and everything like that. And then you found out some information later on, someone found information about me. Should you be held accountable for, you came on? Because when they came on his platform, they weren't talking about none of this stuff. So what I'm trying to say is that a sign should be accountable for not background and checking these guys before they come on, or is he just bringing them on? I don't think he's really. I'm not. And
the issue is that he knew that there was grimy shit going on.
Oh, is the question is 100%? He knew that there was grimy shit. Okay, I got you. So you say, but what I'm saying is that but the people doing the grimy shit is the people what I'm trying to say to you is that all the people around him, and remember in the community where he's in Harlem, they've all got some rap sheet. They've all got a rap sheet. Everyone around him. So if everyone's got a rap sheet, that means he can't bring no one on. Even he's got a rap sheet.
But I'm not. Look, we're not tripping about. You know what I'm saying? Like little petty drug charges or charges that are old as fuck. As far as I'm concerned, as long as when you were on YouTube claiming that you're a teacher, you don't low key, you know what I mean? You weren't like going to jail behind the scenes. You weren't on probation, etc. or whatever, depending on what the charge was. If it's a sexual offense, you done, you out of there.
But Sinetta hasn't got no sexual charge. It's just Polite though. So Polite is really the problem, isn't it? He's the one being accused.
You keep trying to take Sinetta out of the equation. None of these people would have gotten the exposure that they got unless it was for Sinetta.
Yeah, I agree with you. But what I'm saying is, I think his accountability is probably not backtracking, background checking. And now he actually found out. He actually said, "Well, fuck it. I don't care if you got this shit. I'm still gonna roll with you." But Polite didn't have these charges on him. He just got them this now.
Well, in 2016, 17, 18,
he had a situation like this before.
Had that situation where the 16-year-old, which would have made him a pedophile, ran away to California with him, and Sinetta knew, and he even said that child, that 16-year-old child, was related to his wife Cynthia.
Okay, let's go back to that. Let's go. Was any charges against him?
It doesn't really matter at this point.
No, I'm trying to say to you, like, we're holding it accountable.
It should have been.
No, I know that, but what I'm saying is that what I'm saying is that
Sarnetta should have, when he brought it to everybody, he should have been, him and his wife. If that girl's related to him and his wife, he should have been behind there. He admitted in that video that the parents of that child did not know where they were, which is an issue to me. He could have called and talked to whoever and did whatever he needed to do so that he could make sure that the welfare of that child was straight, but he didn't though. And then after that, people still because Sanet was on a rant. After that, him and Polite, they squashed it ever, and everyone forgave it. But this situation is different. This is legal stuff. That's why I say it's different, right? Because Polite is actually being charged with something. He's the one being accused. This is because that remember, you're hearing from one side of Sanetta saying about that, and he was angry, right? But there was no legal thing in that. We heard that. Right, but let me explain to you this. I don't know if you know about Sinful the P.
Yeah, I know Simple the P. Yeah, I know that.
He was charged and convicted with the molestation, and you know what I'm saying. And he's
a pimp though, isn't it? He's a pimp though, isn't it? He's a pimp though, right?
But
that's what pimps do though, isn't it?
He still got but that's trash though.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I understand. I get it. I understand the girls that dance and the women that sell they fucking like the women that dance and the women that sell their pussy without having a pimp, or it's not that type of situation if they're doing it voluntarily. But what you're not gonna do is prey on our children.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Not you. I'm talking about, you know, that situation. And when
I agree with you.
When it was brought to Sanetta, I hit him up. I already did a video on Sinful the P. I sent him the video. He was like, nah, Queen, nah, I'm still fucking with him and all that. So
okay, I'm with you now. I'm with you now. I'm up to date, right? Now I can know. You've clarified that one. Now, yeah, go ahead.
Iman Bashir, he had said that it's cool, it's okay to have sex with a child when they come on their menstruation. Well, my daughter is fucking 12
he said
now.
it confidently too. It was nasty watching that.
My daughter is 12. She came on her menstruation at 11. Bro, I would beat a nigga motherfucking ass to death over mine.
Damn.
And I'm dead ass serious. I will go to jail for the rest of my life. My daughter would understand that mama put in that work. She gonna understand.
Yeah, no, so again, yeah. So Simple the P, Iman Bashir, they're the problem. Like now, so they're and Brother Polite, they've said these things. Now, Brother Polite, not Brother Polite, Sanetta is what you're saying. Sanetta is harboring these people around him. That's why he's getting this work, because he's like, you knew these guys were doing this stuff, and it's horrible. But still, it still comes down to this, right? These guys, they're Brother Polite and the guys you mentioned, they're the one. Now, Sanetta, we're just hearing rumors about this Nikki situation. Sanetta had his thing. He went down to where it was, and he said, cutting the guy's hair, and that's that. So we it's hard to decipher.
I don't believe shit.
I know, but we go ahead.
Say whatever. See, a lot of people that support Sanetta could literally rape a child in front of him, scam people in front of them, and they're still gonna ride with him. They're brainwashed, they're dumbed down, their fucking pineal gland is calcified, in my opinion. You feel what I'm saying? Because you have to have morals, you have to stand on something. And if he's a leader, then we should be able to hold him accountable for his actions. How in the fuck are you conscious, but you're not vetting people on your platform? Again, I don't care about old ass shit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? As long as it wasn't no assault, it's not recent, I'm good. No rape, I'm good. It's just kind of weird to me.
Also, brother, listen, dog. You from are you from the UK or from where are you from?
I'm from London, London in the UK. Yeah.
Okay, so what's a violation? What do you consider a violation? Somebody violation. Yeah,
I don't know, like I know there's
you understand that term, right?
I'm trying to understand though. No, you understand, like I was trying to understand, like, you know, where Queen Throne's perspective is like I didn't have that information. I know that. What you asked me about violation, but what I'm saying to you is that obviously pedophilia is a violation, obviously, right? And right. Yeah, exactly. So we obviously up in arms about the situation, but again, like I put it out, like, Brother Polite has the charges. He's the one on the news channel and everything like that. And yeah, Sanetta should be accountability. But when Queen Throne just said she brought it to Sanetta, and the way he reacted, I ain't trying to hear that. that's cool. I understand now why. I understand now why, like you know, from her perspective of why you're making videos, because he's you know what I mean, you know, the root don't fall it was the apple don't fall far from the tree in it. So I understand. No, I understand now. I understand now.
We're not bashing. We're not. It's not about bringing a black man down because he got a platform and all that shit. It's not about that. And they try to twist that shit like, oh, y'all ain't never had this many views in your life. Listen. When the pandemic started, I was living with my mom.
And hold on really quick. That's hilarious because I got videos where I've had, 400,000 views. I got a video up right now where I got 1 million views. You know what I mean? If that's what it was, I'd have been in here just popping out shit. You know what I mean? Clickbait shit or whatever. You know what I mean?
And you know what's funny? You were talking about people evolving and people. There's certain things that's not gonna change about me. There's certain things about how I always been that's never gonna change. Maybe my mentality on how to make money, how to be an entrepreneur, maybe, or progress further in life financially, yeah. But it's certain morals and values I'm standing on, bro. And like I said, when the pandemic started, I was living with my mom's, bro. 1-bedroom apartment. I was trying to get the fuck out of my people's crib, dog. This was like 2 years ago, bro. And I bought a car. I was living in my car because I didn't want to feel like I was living off my mom's. You see what I'm saying?
Was that question to me?
I'm just explaining something. Like,
okay, go ahead.
What I'm saying is, certain shit is deep rooted in people. Certain shit is solidified, and there's certain things that solidified in me. So 2 years ago, when I was in that position, that's when I started getting on YouTube a lot more. And I was looking, I'm a natural conspiracy theorist. So I'm looking in adrenochrome and I see this fucking chick. She got like 40, 50 videos, 5-6 hours long. And I'm like, this is perfect because all I'm doing with my day is I'm chilling. I'm going to kava bars down in Florida. We got a lot of kava bars. I'm sipping kava. They let you chill. It's like a coffee shop. You go in there and chill. They got nice couches and shit. They play video games. You play video games, play music, Scrabble, shit like that. It's just a chill spot. It's kava bars. They might have them in different states, but I would go down there, so I'll have hours to burn, and I would just listen to this woman talk about these babies and go into the information. I'm not saying nobody else don't do it, but she was doing it different. Mm-hmm. She was doing it with a certain type of passion that kind of just caught me. And then I don't know if she remembered, but I just jumped on her panel one day like, hey man, I'm not a crazy person. I'm not a doxer. She was real. As a matter of fact, I got cussed out by her chat and her. She was like, "Who is this nigga?"
Cuss you out, bro.
I didn't get cussed out, but people were skeptical of me, and they were like, "Who is this nigga? Preach. Who is this nigga? In the chat, blah blah." They were skeptical, and I'm like, "Hold on."
Over here.
I had to jump on the panel and be like, "Look, I'm a normal person. I'm a normal guy. You know what I mean? I just like the information." She's like, "Oh, okay." So that's how it started. But the funny thing is, even if I would have never got into it during the pandemic, even if that, and then this situation would have happened, and I would have started looking at it with Brother Polite, I would have still stumbled across her channel because she would have been still talking about the same thing about these babies. And I would have still been the same fucking person with the same morals. So I would have been the same person that would have still subscribed. You know what I mean? And I would have still reached out and been like, I fuck with what you're talking about. Had it been 2 years ago or now. Because certain people are just solidified in their morals. And that's just how it works. Certain people are just solid like that. You know what I mean? And so I'm saying that to say this, like, there are other people that are not solidified in their morals and they're solidified in other things. They're stuck in their ways. Like Question Everything said, motherfuckers that live that lifestyle, they indulge in their personal deepest desires, no matter how nasty, because they think they have the power, they think they have the influence, and they think they have the money to get away from it. Get away with it for the rest of their life. And it's other people that have money and have power and influence that do it as well. And they look at them like, oh, if they can do it, I can do it. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I pretty much own this world because everybody else is peasants, especially young black girls that no one gives a fuck about.
Facts. And then when certain people like rise up, like I'm saying, like in Sonetta's mind or even Polite's or whatever, when they first started, their intentions may have been good. However, when they start getting certain notoriety, then their morals went out the window. They started acting, you know what I mean, all conceited and doing too much. And that also played into it as well.
Money does that. Yeah, money does that as well. In regards to what you're saying, in regards to what you're saying about your moral, we have obviously there's things that our parents put into us or life puts into us that we have, but maturity is a certain thing that you'll see. It depends on the people around you. Maturity, obviously, Queen Throne and the people in the chat and obviously like that, you're gonna get some maturity. But see, with Sarnetta saying all the stuff he's saying, I wouldn't have found Queen Thrones, right? So quick, because he'd be saying, "Oh, Queen Thrones, you better get rid of videos." Like, who this Queen Thrones? Let me go type her name and go find out who it is. He's something to say to you. So in a way, like in a way, from him and this situation, I found other channels like Suge and Tohoka Bay and Dr. Inky and Tasha K. I found all like because he's saying this person make videos about he complained. In a way he says it himself. He's one of the best promoters in Harlem, and even though he's saying in a way you need to take videos down or whatever, but he's promoting your channel, and I'm like, let me go find out who you are, and then we have a discussion. We probably have a more discussion than we probably have on Sarnetta's channel, because
see if you can hop on Sarnetta's channel, see if you listen.
I've been on the channel a couple of times. I've been on the channel a couple of times, but not to discuss. I don't think personally I'd go on his channel and direct talk about this stuff, because it's a sensitive situation.
Because maybe you will get cut off, right?
Probably. Probably. Exactly. I'm not the type of guy I'm not very confrontational. So I feel like let things cool down, and then maybe you can have an amicable discussion at some point. But what I'm saying is that at a certain point, this situation is bad. But some people can say, well, look, from this situation, we're in arguing about this with Sarnetta. He's saying about me, he's saying about you, and this, that, the other. But ultimately, and like I said to you, Brother Polite is the one with the charges. And now whether the charge is going to be dropped or if they're going to go forward with this stuff, it's bad. Like if they go forward with this thing, and it seems like they probably will.
Forward.
Yeah. I'm not saying exactly if they go forward with it, right?
A lot of people think that he got court on the 15th. A lot of people think that like when he goes there, it's just going to be over. It's done. It's a wrap. No.
Because you see, because what it is. Even the situation you brought up about with Sarnetta, don't let me talk about Baby York. Don't let me talk about Narita to Chinky, whoever the young girl is. That's everyone forgot about that stuff, right? People still remembered it, but they still
York.
Like,
and he supports Prince York.
Yeah, exactly. But what I'm saying is that even though people knew that, people just forgot about it. And when this situation, oh yeah, man, remember that. So everyone put everything together, and it's like that. So we're just sitting there waiting to see how this thing's gonna unfold. In the same situation, R. Kelly's going through a situation with the young girls. Everyone done see the video years ago of him and the young girl, and he's going through the situation. I don't think he's been caught for that. I don't know what he's going caught for, because these women are allegations of her. But there's this woman on YouTube, and I don't know if she's a lawyer or whatever. She's a loyalist to R. Kelly. She's coming out and explaining every situation, what happened, and basically. And remember, again, you need to have two sides of the story. And then I'm listening to her side of the story that a lot of the girls, they took advantage of R. Kelly. I'm not saying whether who right, but this is the thing, right? In the court of law, and especially us on YouTube, we have to hear both sides of information. We've only heard one side. Let's hear the other side. Brother Polite doesn't want to talk about it.
So but when Polite came out, he didn't even just say, I didn't do this. Y'all would see. That would have, it wouldn't have meant shit to me.
Everyone always says they're innocent, though, don't it? Everyone always says they're innocent.
Yeah, but he didn't say that, though.
So what's he put? Yeah, but what I'm saying is, even if he said he's innocent, whatever, it doesn't matter. We've already made up our mind, bro. I see we've already made up our mind. This stuff is sensitive. We're only gonna see that one way. It just don't go. There's no way I want to say, well, he didn't do it unless he's like, even with Michael Jackson, all the great works he done, people still think he there fiddling them young kids in the sleeping in the bed, not knowing that the bed was like. See, this is what I'm saying. We've already made up our mind already. You know what I mean? Some people don't think.
I'm gonna always ride with the victim or the survivor because I'm a survivor.
No, I hear that. But let me ask you a question. Don't you in England, right? There's a guy called what's his name? What's her name again? Princess Diana, right? She was in the car with Dodi Al-Fire's son, right? He got killed, right? Now he was on a campaign against the royal family to show them they're monsters, they're beasts, and he was saying all kinds of things. You know the funny thing, what they said to him? They said he molested young women, and that's how they put the charges on him. And because when you get them sort of allegations, people automatically say, "Yo, bro, that's it." You know what I mean? Because it's a touchy situation. Sometimes I'm trying to say to you, when people want to bring you down, that's in this day and age, that's the sort of things they bring you with. Not saying I don't know if it's true or not, but these are the allegations they put on him. You know what I mean? And he was just trying to find out who killed his son. Who killed his son in that series up? Because obviously Prince Diana died. It was a big thing over in England. But now he's been deported from England. He owned Harrods, one of the biggest shopping malls in the country, and they wouldn't give him a British passport, right? And because he attacked the Queen. And I'm trying to say, at some point, people use these things to bring people down. I'm not saying Polite is innocent, but I believe that we should hear from both sides. He doesn't want to tell us like, but we've already made up our mind. But as this goes to court, we will directly hear from both sides, and then we can make a really good opinion on what it is. But we already, like I said,
unless he takes a plea and does not admit really to anything.
Well, it seems like that's what he's gonna. It seems like that's where he's gonna go. Actually, it seems like
right.
Yeah, it seems that way. But we need to hear when all the evidence comes out, because we're doing it like real time as the evidence come out and to make an in-tune opinion. I'm just saying this, like, you know what I mean? I'm not, because I haven't made no videos, but I'm just asking you, if you found that, let's say this, when these charges come out, I'm just saying you, Queen Throne, just now, if you found out that he was actually innocent of all these charges, how would that change your mind towards him or anything? I know he's been scamming though. We know he's been scamming, but let's say that these charges were found untrue and unfounded, and maybe the mother was just doing it to get back at him because blah blah blah. I'm not saying that was a fact.
That's not it. That's not it at all.
Nah, you already made up your mind, and that's it.
That's not it at all. Because in reality, that doesn't even matter, because his second wife, right? She was underage when he started looking at her and being interested in her. Then you got the 16-year-old that ran away to California. I mean, at this point, and then on top of it, the scamming, bro, I'm done with dude ass. He tried.
Yeah, it's true.
Hey, let me take a
and hold on really quick, bro. Even if he takes a plea, that is still entering into some, you know what I'm saying, guilty type of situation. And he's still guilty to me of all of it. In reality, I'm just being real. We deal with it. Hold on, bro. One more time. We deal with it in society that, you know, victims, survivors are shunned for speaking out about these type of things or whatever. And I'm just not going to do that. I'm not a feminist, but I will speak out. And like I do, like minded with women predators. I've exposed them to white predators. You know what I mean? It don't matter. Red, green, yellow. Shit. I've exposed it all. Yeah.
No, I agree with you.
But I'm just saying that because a lot of people were like, "Oh, you're always trying to go at black men and shit like that."
Well, you got men on the panel, so you seem fair-minded as far as I'm concerned. So you know, I couldn't go about how you're treating me. But you see, all I'm saying is that at this point, when the evidence, I already made up my mind of where I see this thing already, regardless so far. But like I said, when all the evidence has come out, then we can have a more informed opinion about how we see it. But we already don't like certain traits that he's already showing. You know what I mean? Like you said, as he got more rich, he become more egotistic. And that's right. Money corrupts, absolute, you know what I mean? Or some people do that, you know what I mean? And it seems like with Sinetta, obviously always asking for the donations. Brother Polite always trying to say, look, donate to this, donate to that, and we're proving there's so many. If you just type Brother Polite scamming videos, so many people been scammed. I'm like, yo, it's like, how did you get taken by this dude though? Like, and people still, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then I always look at the person, right? Because I've seen they make videos. I can't believe I believed in him, you know. And I listen to the person, I was like, you don't sound dumb. So how did you get took? Because these people at some point I don't know, man. He gets his character. It don't work with me. I only don't work with you, but these people been took. So I was looking at the people being took, and you're right. The young, vulnerable girls, young girls, they, I'm not saying in general, most young women, they look up and fancy older men. That's how it is. But it's up to the older men to say, no, you too young. No, you too, no. We ain't trying to do that. So I agree with you. You're right. I agree. But see the mums, the mums, they have to hold accountability to their daughters as well. Why would you, like, think about it, like, you as a woman, right, Queen Throne, let's say you're with me, right? And I say, yeah, Queen Throne, you're with me, I'm gonna have another woman. You should have said, yo, what? Nah, I'm out of here. But these women, all these women, whatever reason, they all stuck around. It was never gonna be in a good situation. And they have their kids and their daughters. They don't come up. So how are they getting took? You know what I mean? Like, and we mentioned what's her name again? what's her name again? What's her name? The one we signed out.
Okay.
No, not
Nepal?
Tasha. Yeah, Nepal. Signet, we know Signet has had a wife for how many years? So why is he saying that she's saying that that's my wife? Is it online? I think maybe I thought it was like an online marriage. It's not official, but it seems to me they've met up and they've consummated the situation. I'm like, but why would you know he's married? Why would you be in that situation? You know this is not going to be good. Obviously for the man it's okay, but for you as a woman, bro, I don't know how much attention you're going to get. In this situation, you got kids and stuff like that. So I think some people need to hold responsibility of putting themselves in these situations. Why would they do that? Like, and so these people are very charismatic, and these people are being took, for their money, and women are following these men and being with these men because, bro, like for example, we just heard about Brother
but
Polite.
we don't know the inside understanding. Allegedly,
yes,
Polite
exactly.
has contracts. No, I'm not talking about the predator shit. I don't care about that.
Okay.
I mean, I care about it, but I'm not talking about that. I'm saying like we don't know the agreement or whatever between his wives and him and really what is going on. I think in reality that his first wife and his second wife and all the mother bitches are, excuse my language, but they are involved in this sex trafficking ring. Those are the females that are offering up children, bringing some of their children there. Now, do I think that the victim in this Polite situation's mother was like, yeah, you could just fuck on my daughter? No, I don't. Until I hear her speak, until this case is done. If I do find that the mother was on bullshit or something, everybody that has been following me knows I will drag the fuck out of her. We gonna go in, we gonna dig. So if I do find out that the mother was lying or whatever, however, the woman that is the victim's mother, she helped Polite gain over $1 million in about, I think it was like 7 months or something like that. So it wasn't for money.
I don't know if you've been checking the Epstein situation. Is it Epstein?
Yeah.
Epstein, where and the woman and he killed himself in prison, right?
Yeah,
but you see that
Wait a minute. He was suicided in prison.
Yeah. Suicide. All right, that's what they say, right?
He was suicided, as in someone suicided him.
Yeah, exactly.
Or they faked his death and made it look like he was gone, so that could be not a topic. No.
All right. So I'm gonna put out this, right? You always with these people who do these sort of things, because he was obviously in pedophilia for years, right? You always have an enabler and a female enabler. She was. And that's what I'm trying to say with the wife. And this is why I agree with you with some of the wives. Some of the wives are bisexual, right? So he encouraged them to be like that. And then they recruit other women towards him because they're bisexual.
Good pimp has a madam.
And there you go. And therein lies what's going on here. And then this is what I think. I don't know if this is fact. The women are very, very weak, right? Because they bend to his will very easily. To the point they just give up their daughters. For their daughters, they see their mum like that, and the daughters act like the mums, and then Polite is taking advantage of that situation as well. And that's what it seems to me of what's going on. Obviously we don't know until everything's all laid out there, but it's a very, very bad situation. And like you said with Sinetta, and you as a person to bring up, you at Queen Rose to say, look, brother Sinetta, this is wrong. Why are you coming out and saying, look, this is wrong? You know what I mean? You know, everything to do with Brother Polite, I'm not condemning it. But at some point, he like you said, he's like, oh, I'm not condemning him until all the evidence is out. And he's saying he's not going to condemn Brother Polite until all the evidence is out. But we've already made up our mind. It's very, very bad. It's very, very bad. There's no getting around it. It's bad. But, there's no, until we find out what all the information is, it just doesn't, it's not good. It's just not healthy, you know what I mean?
And we're not the court, so there is no, innocent until proven guilty. We the YouTube streets. So we're, you know what I mean? Just like the police had to investigate and find out what was going on, like the semen that was found on him or whatever. There's some people running around like, oh, the mom, took a condom where he had, went from the last time they had sex and put it on her daughter. I think that's just ridiculous to make a statement like that. And yeah, there is vindictive women out here, but I'm not sold on the mother in this situation. However, Polite's wives, Yeah, they're involved in sex trafficking. They're involved in predator behavior. And I would not be surprised if they are eventually called to the front line, especially with the fact that Brother Polite and then went on Jesse Powell's show, right? And it came out that the second wife was like 16, quote unquote, when Polite and Aminette, the first wife, took, you know what I mean, to the second wife. So they were already like grooming that child, even when she was going into the bookstore or whatever. Now she's an adult. Now they made her an abuser. I feel you, definitely.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to. If you look at Charles Manson, another one, him and them women, where he sent them out to go kill the Jessica Blow and the actress that when they went and killed her. These things, these are like little cults in itself, like Brother Polite in that, and I think at some point along the line, Sinetta, like I think where he feels. I mean, he was trying to just give the information and let people learn, but somewhere along the line, it's not about it no more. It's about funds. Give me some of that money. Give me.
Yes,
y'all need to pay me
to sue anybody. He doesn't need that money to sue anybody. He would have to pay the filing fee, which is roughly about $400, depending on, it might not be 400 in New York. It might be a little bit less. It may be a little bit more, but he don't need 150,000.
Yeah, that number is ridiculous, and
hell,
people
that would have
like
been
I said,
the money that was awarded, the amount, you know what I mean, or above.
Yeah, people don't understand the judicial system. So when stuff like this happens, we need women like that paralegal or a lawyer. I don't want to disrespect her because paralegal is under a lawyer. But the person that's in the attorney that's speaking on the situation, that's good because she understands that a lot of people don't understand the legal system. When they arrest people, do we know if Polite was deemed a flight risk? Probably not.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
he posted bail.
And then Tasha K also, like, they could have still given him a bail, but it would have been more extra.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that they're letting him fly back to allegedly California, that's weird.
If you leave the country, you can flee the case.
He allegedly went to Aruba and now is back in Cali or whatever, but that's totally suspect to me though too. But Tasha K did say that there was an issue. I don't know if this is true, but there was an issue with the bail or whatever and the bail amount. So when he goes on the 15th, they may fix that situation if there was a situation there.
But this is what I'm trying to say to you, because these women, we've just pointed out that these women are under his spell, right? So naturally, if they're under his spell, then all he has to do is say a couple of things. They're gonna drop the charges, and the girl's gonna drop the charges. That's why he's doing this and flying around, because maybe they already know that this ain't gonna go further than what he is. That's why he's trying to be squashed. You know what I mean? That's what he's
trying to squash it, but I don't think them people in Florida go.
If the women are not gonna push, where can they go with it? Like
we don't play about kids in Florida. Listen, in Florida.
No, I'm not saying they are, but I'm just saying that
the wives they have to prove this eventually, because even right now
the state's going to pick it up, even if the woman and the mom drop it.
That's facts. That is definitely facts.
We're going to pick it up. And we're going to prosecute that motherfucker.
There's a minor child involved in Minnesota. If you beat your chick, or your chick beats you, or you do something to a child and the parents or whatever, they decide, oh, we don't want to press charges, the state of Minnesota is going to pick it up and body slam you.
But listen. But what I'm saying, but listen, this is for the average person. Yeah, but these people have money. They got money. They got money and resources. So what we're saying is that for the average person,
money like that though.
No. Listen. Hold on. Let me say. Let me see what I'm saying. Right? They have resources. They have money. If they have resources, they have money. Then people get paid off and buy. Then this thing gets swept beneath the carpet. That's how these things go. Because then the day, even if we don't think he has got no money or resources, that's why he's acting. I'm trying to say this is why he's acting the way he is, flying here, going there. If he ain't got no money, how is he getting money to fly?
Because obviously he's scamming people still.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. So that's still resources and that's still money. And that's what I'm trying to say. When it comes to the court thing, we're talking about us as normal, guys paid 9 to 5, have a normal job. But when we're talking about people who have a huge amount of money, even though to us it's like, it's more money than I've seen anyway, right? And he's going like he has it, or if he hasn't, then he has friends with celebrities. he gonna get himself out of the situation. Look how R. Kelly and the situation with the young girl. He had so much money, he kept it in court and litigation until eventually the thing was dropped. And that's why these people, like, remember, Polite, the Bray has a brain as he has a brain of a professor. Like, before he does anything, he's thinking things way, way, way in front. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. Of the way he's character, the way he's conducted himself, the way he's going on, he's acting like he's already won the case. I don't know if he has or the thing's gonna be dropped, but that's how he's going on. Like,
I agree with you. I agree that his demeanor is as if he has nothing to worry about. But once again, put yourself in the shoes of a person that may have done something like this, and you have all of these people watching you, all these eyes on you. It's almost like he's in a manic state. He's doing things out of his character, and he's doing it online. But listen. All I'm saying is, look at the actions, look at the demeanor, look at the Queen Strong does a good job of when she breaks down videos, looking at the desperation. He does his Rolls Royce conversations or whatever the fuck he decides to call it, he sits in the back of that drop top car that does not belong to him. The arrogance, right? The nerve. I said it before. There is a accusation from a 14-year-old girl, right? If he did not do this, he would not have an attitude that's like, fuck this 14-year-old girl and what she has to say, and her mama. I got lawyers. That's what I'm getting from it. I shouldn't be getting that from it. From a person that says the black woman is God, I should be getting. He understands. He understands.
How is he talking all this black power
drunk
stuff?
or sober? I keep it a buck. You feel me? You laughing because you feel me, my nigga.
No. I'm laughing when you said the black woman's God. Like you shit. I forgot about that. Like, he was saying that. Like, if the black woman's God, what are you doing here? Like
because it's right. You feel me?
Yeah, that shit's crazy. That black woman's God. But look what you doing. Like, what you doing, bro?
Yeah. Treat the black woman like God, or lure her into a hotel, get her drunk and drugged, and try to shove your dick in her mouth.
But you know what? Yeah, if you think about it, right, we talking about scamming, right? So he's saying that black woman's God.
No disrespect to the victim. Sorry.
No, you're right. No, if you think about it, right, if you're saying that black woman's God, that's a scam in itself. I'm not trying to say like black women are not gods, but what I'm trying to say to you, if you're a woman and you want to be uplifted, and he comes up to you, goes, you know, you're the goddess. You're a goddess. You're a goddess. Bro, them women, they're gonna be on it, bro. They're like, yeah, I feel that way as well. That's why them women lack self-esteem inside themselves. That's why he can get into their mind. So this is a whole manipulation thing for the women to say, well, if you say I'm God, then I need to be with him because obviously he's lifting me up.
Hey, my brother.
That's what I'm saying. Go ahead.
My brother from the UK. What's the oldest profession? Pimping.
Yeah, prostitution. Exactly. Yeah.
It's been pimping since been pimping. See, Daylight, not Daylight, Polite, he say that now another, like nobody else say that now another. Not a now another nigga is, he say that now another different. He started saying that now another different than other motherfuckers saying that now another. He was saying it like nobody else. And black women ate that shit up.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right.
And
the same thing. Pimping since been pimping. Nigga. It's all about a man who is insecure in himself. So he has to overpower a woman, but he finds the weakest link. He finds not the low hanging fruit. I'm not discrediting these women or their intellect, but I think he found one solid woman that was going to rob him. She saw he was making some money, and then he presented the idea, hey baby, I want to join another chick in. She like, well, we made it from the bottom, we made it from the dirt, and you speaking this knowledge, and I'm following you, so okay. But when it was a young chick, I think she was like, oh, I kind of don't like that. But then I think she kind of fell into it. Like, she was down with it. She was down with it. Like, okay, another wife. I'm gonna just give him what he wants because I see him progressing in life.
She is his bottom. She she
definitely
has
the bottom bitch.
Aminette
Most
definitely
yeah.
has more. I think in reality, she may run Polite on a certain type of level. In reality, I think that she's the one also pushing him to do some of the things that he's doing, to come off like a pimp. And then again, look at it, like a lot of our people are hurting or whatever, not just our people, but people in general, right? So when they see a man with all these, you know, things, and he's dressed in the finest garb and all that, right? And he's spending money, even though it's not his, a lot of women will flock to that because they in that gold digger mentality.
Yep, that's right.
And then by the time that they wake up to what's going on, now they maybe have been manipulated to the point where now they're either able to be blackmailed because you just had sex with this child too. You was in the bed, bitch. You know what I mean? Type of situation, or they're afraid for their life. Going up against like somebody like Polite, to certain women, I'm not afraid of Polite, but to certain women that are kind of maybe weaker minded, and I mean that with respect, because again, these type of people that do this to women or even men or whatever, look for vulnerable people.
Yeah. So let's talk about the bookstore, right? Let's talk about the bookstore. What kind of girls go to a bookstore? These are like geeky girls who are usually freaky, geeky little girls, right? Now, and vulnerable, right? Young, you know what I mean? So he picked them up. A lot of the girls he picked up in the bookstore. You know what I mean? And you know, they've never been talked to. Remember,
well, we don't know if they're freaky. We know that they're in the books.
No. Yeah, well, you're right about that, right? But they're very young, right? They're very young and vulnerable, right? Very young and vulnerable. Going to the bookstore, right? And you know, reading whatever. Because most guys don't approach girls in bookstores. So he's found a whole level of there's a whole heap of girls I can get in the bookstore. Because no one even approaches them nerdy. You see no nerdy girl walking with her glasses. Ain't most brothers they ain't gonna pay no attention. But he can see something in the women as an asset. And that's what's happened. A lot of the girls he recruited, and they never recruited other girls, and he has a harem of women doing things for him. And now it's obviously this thing has come to a head. You know what I mean? With these young girls and this, that, the other. But he's been around, like, and it's I'll tell you what, yeah, it's a good study case as our people to look on each other with R. Kelly, with Brother Polite, and so on. Going, you look at it and you see to yourself, wow, this is crazy. But it's not only happening in our community; it's happening in the Jewish community. It's happening in all the other communities that they're doing this. And maybe in some people it's their nature of some men, not all men, nature in some men. And this is why pedophilia needs to be clamped down, and that needs to be eradicated. Anywhere you sit, there needs to be zero tolerance on this situation. Like zero, you know what I mean? Like there's
like,
no coming back. Like, go ahead.
What is your take on this Polite thing? Because I'm gonna be real, no disrespect, but it does seem like you kind of like, you know what I mean? You're like, you know, you like kind of shoving it under the rug.
Which you mean? On like, which one, Brother Polite?
You know, we're talking, and I'm Polite. Like, how do you stand with that? Do you think that he did it?
I know. I honestly, yeah. Like as when it first came out, yeah, my thing. But as more information are coming out, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure of the situation. I can't 100. I personally, yeah, can't 100% put hand on the heart of him. But I just know that with all the stuff he's been doing, you know, the scamming and the other stuff he's been doing, then it would lead to that. Yeah, he probably was doing that with all the women around him. That would make sense. And found out the girls are York. He follows Malachi York. It seems like, yeah, he did it. But like again, 100%, I can't say that until all the information is out. And because it's easy, it's right. The clues are all there, right? It's all pointing towards him. So it's easy to say to me, yeah. But really and truly, if you're like a guy, you're looking at it like, well, okay, I think it's him. So let's wait until I get home so I can 100% confirm that he is. That's what the court case or whatever the appearance is going to be. So I'm swaying more 60% that, yeah, you know, all the evidence is leading that way. But that's why I said, like, you know, it's not like R. Kelly when you see him in the video. It's like, it's there. Like, that's a young girl. The girl was young. Right. But I heard later on that, what's her name? Sparkles. She was in a relationship with R. Kelly. This is in a relationship with Carly, regardless. But it's like, again, Sparkles brought her young niece there. And it's the same in the same situation. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, this, and then the guy is just, I mean, it's just messed up, man. It's messed up. But it seems to me that, yeah, you could say 100% that it's going that way, that he did the crime. You know what I mean? So I'll leave it as that. But yeah, you know what I mean. You're doing a really good job of putting it out there and saying your piece about it, because sometimes people don't want to talk about it. You know what I mean? They try to hover it and stuff like that. So that's why I said to you, it's always good to hear from both sides. Like, you know, you're adamant and your point is like, nah, these people have been doing this stuff to the community and we need to fix up. Then you have the other side saying one thing, the other side. So you get an overall balance of the opinion. But ultimately, I think when's the date? Is it 2 days time? He's going to court. He's going to the court case.
He got court next Thursday, I believe. The 15th.
Next, but what's he going there for? What's he going there for? What's happening?
For all 3 charges. I believe this is a preliminary hearing.
What's that mean?
So basically, they'll just, you know, there was a motion to dismiss by the attorney, so they'll go over that. The judge will rule if they're going to dismiss the case or not, that's normal. Attorneys do that in cases. They'll ask for the discovery and also put in a motion to dismiss. 9 times out of 10, the judge says, nah, fuck that shit, basically, right? And then the case continues. You know, they may go over some information and then they'll set another court date, probably about a month out.
Why did he ask? Why is he being asked for dismissal? What's the grounds for that?
Well, we don't know the grounds, but like I said, that's what attorneys do in America. Like, I don't know if they do that there. I'm not being funny or nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's their job, to try to, as quickly as they can,
get it the fuck out of there.
Yeah, get it done. And that's normal. That actually happens in damn near all of the cases.
Oh, okay. That sounds kind of you're
brother,
right.
Listen.
Yeah, okay.
You know, they can put in a motion to dismiss on grounds of lack of evidence or anything. It
that's where
something really minor.
Yeah, people think the judge judges people and sends them to jail. No, it's the jury that decides on the guilty verdict. The judge can overturn a verdict if he wants to. So they're the king on the chessboard, but the other pieces definitely fucking matter. And
especially
so
the prosecutor.
Especially in the beginning of the process, like what we're talking about now, like the judge, like the lawyer coming in and trying to dismiss. They have to go and like if you watch, I watch a lot of Law and Order, SVU,
and that's what we do over here too. We go through whole court cases.
Yeah, we watch a whole court case, all 7 days, 8 days, 9 days, however long it
goes, the whole
6-hour videos, 9-hour videos. We own it. You know what I mean?
12 hours.
And so before the proceedings, they have a lot of what they call deliberation before, and they sometimes the police, they have to go to the judge with the case and say, hey, look, we have this stuff. Can we move forward? Can we prosecute this? Can we charge this person? And if you have something called a district attorney or the DA or
prosecutor.
And the DA will look at it and be like, okay, well, I need to have enough evidence to bring to the judge. So the district attorney, the district's attorney goes to the judge, or the lawyer goes to the judge, or the prosecutor or the defendant's lawyer or the prosecutor's lawyer goes to the judge, and they present them with the case, and the lawyer looks at it and they make a deliberation. They're like, okay, well, you know, I'm not going to waste the taxpayers' dollars. Like I said before, bringing 12 people, a jury of someone's peers, to be out of work for a certain amount of time for however long this trial goes. You know, they have to determine that. And if they feel like a certain party has enough evidence to make a case, then they're like, okay, I'll let the people hear it. You know, it's a process. So that's the process now. So the lawyer probably went there and like, hey, look, listen, he's a public figure. He has pictures with you know, Floyd Mayweather. He's around celebrities. He lives in Hollywood or whatever the fuck. There's a lot of reason for this person to lie about this to get some money out of it. But then the judge also sees the evidence, and then the judge is like, well, there's DNA on this young woman's clothing. We need to figure out how that got there. Can you explain that? Oh, well, we think that it... No. Don't tell me. The judge is like, don't tell me what you think. Is this something that we need to bring in front of people? Do we need to bring this evidence in front of a jury and have 12 people deliberate on really what the fuck happened?
And the fact that they waited, you know what I mean? This happened in February. You know what I mean? It wasn't that long ago until, you know what I mean, they put a warrant out for his arrest. So that DNA came back. Some people were trying to say that it wasn't sperm, it was spit or something and all this and that. like just the way that people are trying to make excuses. It's sad. It's scary. It really is.
Yeah, we have no problem waiting for the process to go through, but at the same time, we're human beings, man. You can't you know what, I can't have a 14-year-old girl come to me and say a man try to force himself inside of my mouth.
Yeah,
It got
that's
me
fair.
while
Yeah,
I
that's
was
fair.
intoxicated.
Right.
And then it's proof that she was intoxicated. What the fuck is a 14-year-old
Yeah.
girl doing around you intoxicated?
Exactly. Why is
Yeah,
her throat swollen like that?
yeah,
You know,
that's true.
I would
Then
automatically
they
lose
found
my
other
shit.
drugs in her body. Like, what
Yeah.
was really going on with
It was a
that?
cocktail, what they
The
call a
child
cocktail.
wasn't drunk. Yeah, the child wasn't drunk around the mother or fucked up off of some drug. So how did she get messed up? Then the fact that he brought her to a whole nother hotel than what the mom was at. All
Yeah,
that is
right.
suspect. Why would
Yeah,
a
and
nigga try to take a kid to the club anyway? That's
yeah,
weird.
yeah,
But
but
he could have
where's
probably gotten her in there because of his status or who people think he is. Go ahead.
I know. So, okay, there's a couple of things here, yeah, that I think women. It was in Miami where this thing has happened, right? Now, if it was in New York, I think he would have been finished, though, if he was in New York. But I think that's why he's in Miami, Hollywood, because they don't know about that. They don't know too much about Brother Polite, right? In them areas. So, you know, I don't know what evidence they're gonna gain and stuff like that because they couldn't go by the wives. Nothing as well. We don't
Well,
know if
in
the wife.
reality, they got the hotel cameras, they got the key cards, they got the cameras from the parking
I
lots.
hope they use
They
all that.
got
Yeah, I hope they use all
they
that.
gonna have cameras from the highway.
Yeah.
Any camera that, bro, he is a
Yeah,
rat.
I hope they
That
use all
rape
that, right?
shit.
Another thing as well, in regards to the woman, yeah, like so the mother has come out. Which I don't know which mother it is or which kid, but the mother at least, right, when these things happen, yeah, you know, most of the time, you know, someone would get on a video and say, "Yo, what's going on? How come she hasn't said anything on social media to say bum 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 bum?" Like that would like solidify the whole thing. Why isn't the mother talking? I can
Because
understand, you
that
know.
would be the dumbest thing that the mother did at this time.
Okay,
Just
go
like
ahead.
how Polite is not talking on the case, right? Anything, let's say she does a live, she goes live or goes on somebody's channel and she says something or like trips over her words and says something like that didn't happen or it's taken the wrong way. All that can damage her daughter's case. So her
Okay.
best bet is to shut up right now and not say anything. Leave it up to the attorneys. Let us do what we do on this side. And then, you know, everything is going to come out because what we ultimately do not want the victim to do in this situation is if that victim wants to testify, we need to allow her to testify.
Okay, that's true. Because remember with Charmaine the God, yeah, in that situation with that young girl, and I think I don't know what, that situation, the mother, the mother actually told her not to testify because it would be damage. She thought it would be damage to her daughter and that situation. But the mother actually
and
came
she
out.
regretted it after.
Yeah, but at that time the mother actually came out and said stuff. But she actually made he did this to my daughter. But everyone is kind of just ignored the mother. Like they didn't really take it on board. Like I mean, at some point. It seems to me that women are not really getting a fair deal a fair shake in this situation. You know what I mean? Because what I'm saying is that you're dealing with people, regardless of how we see them, as powerful people with money and influence. You know what I mean? And that's why I feel he's going away, he's carrying on. The man's going on like say, yo, shit, ain't gonna happen to me. You know what I mean? If anything, he was saying how to go to his thing and he goes, look, I'm making money. I'm good. I got a car. Bruh, this guy ain't going like say nothing's gonna happen to him. He's getting like he's untouchable.
I mean, but he wants people to believe that. You know, and in reality, if you are paying attention, I mean, I'm not going to tell you how to feel about what he has said, but Polite looking nervous. He looking just as nervous as Sonetta. And the reason why Sonetta is also, in my eyes, important in this situation is because him and Nepal were in Florida during that time, allegedly. People have been come out and spoke on that. Nepal says that she met the victim and the victim's mother, and that night, right? Zion Lex says that Nepal was screaming and crying and threatening to call the police on Sonetta and Polite or whatever. And he said he was going to come out that following Monday. This was 3 weeks ago, and put the recording out there. He hasn't done so. So at this point, I'm looking at it like, Zion, why you hitting all these panels or whatever, trying to make yourself seem more, you know, upstanding than you are? Why are you sitting on this information? That's sus to me.
Got paid off. Got paid off, man. Money
That
got
part.
sent to his
It
cash
could have
app.
been that part. It could have been
Yeah,
that
that's
part.
what I'm saying. These guys, that's maybe need the money to pay off Zion X. You know what I mean? I don't
And
know.
that's why we also need to be mindful about Sonetta asking for 150,000, because where is that money going to go to? Because he's not suing anybody with it. He wouldn't need that money to do that.
Well, you're right, because he's, you know, on YouTube, we know if someone's using your content, it will come up on your YouTube feed that some people are using your content. And he's saying, you know, people eating off me, I'm gonna flag everyone's video who's eating off me, or, you know, my channel.
Well, my channel's not monetized.
Oh, your channel's not monetized? Okay.
None of my channels are monetized. I only get donations for, like, when I drop little gems, like, you know what I mean, commentary or whatever. I'm not on none of that. In reality, you know what I mean? I covering other cases, I could have made more money than what I made. In reality, that's what I'm normally used to. But it's not about money in this situation. It's about what's right. And the main reason why I came out and spoke about Sonetta and I was holding him accountable is because I repped him on my page for a short period of time. He came over, he asked me to come on his panel. He was in my chat. He was sending me.
I'm gonna drop down.
Okay. Much love, Preach. Thank you for coming up.
Yeah, so it was nice talking to you, bro. And fresh perspective, dog.
Much love.
Man.
You gonna keep rocking with us forever.
Yeah,
you're not a weirdo. So yeah.
Nah, I try not to be. Yeah, thanks, bro. Take care, bro. Good.
Yeah, so that's all I'm really just saying is it's just the connections for me. It's, you know, how nobody should have had to tell Sonetta, you know what I mean, how to run his platform, making statements like we don't adhere to that type of behavior and we will distance ourselves from him until the case is over. Instead, he was like, nah, we riding with him until the case is over. And I think that just spoke volumes to any victim that was watching him. You know, Sonetta came over here fucking with me, sending me information, telling me like, hey, could you, you know what I mean, review this video that I did on Hassan or whatever. I'm about to delete it. So hurry up and get it or whatever, because that's what he does. He throws shots and then he hides his hand. So it's weird that when I was backing him, that's why I'm on his ass, because just like if I supported you, you come up here, you know, we cool and all this and that. And then I find out you got some shady, you know what I mean, you fucking on kids or whatever. I'm going to come up here and do the same thing. Like, bro, that's not cool. Based off of how
you could ask me, or you could just ask me like straight up behind closed doors and say, what's up?
Exactly. Yeah. But at this point, you know, Sonetta, he blocked my number, whatever. He took my wrench out of his chat. So I'm just doing what I need to do for my subscribers. And he took my wrench. I think it was like December or something. It's of last year. So it wasn't until this year in this situation that I spoke up about him, even though we parted ways. I wasn't talking about him until this came up. So it's not a clout chase with me. It's doing what is right for my channel. And those, I have a lot of victims and survivors that watch my content. So if I just go ahead.
No, I was gonna say Sister Nandy. She, you know, I found Sister Nandy from the situation as well. Yeah, like, and she has a similar situation from yourself as well. She was supportive of his channel, and then he said Nepal came in, and you know the thing got hazy, and this, that, the other.
Sister Noble, she has a very similar story to what I'm talking about as well as Nandy. So now you have a group of women that Sonetta didn't lie on. Sonetta said that I asked him for dick pics. I asked him to prove it. He couldn't.
Yeah, that's, you know what I mean? That's bad, man. That's bad.
That's he did that to all them. He said one of them women didn't have her uterus and her walls.
That's Nandy. Yeah, Nandy. You said that. That's horrible thing to say.
That's crazy. So it's that part too. The only reason why Sonetta is mad is because I'm calling him out, and that is the genre of my page, is taking up for children. You know what I mean? Victim. Period.
So let me ask you a question about CMP the P. So like, how did that situation happen? Because he's out here, he's out here doing his thing on YouTube, saying these things. So how did that come across where you got the information about him? I don't know what he did. What did he do to the women? What did he do? Molest them or what did he do?
Well, he was pimping the 14-year-old girl, and then he ended up getting her pregnant. When he got in trouble for it, he tried to put it all off on her, and she lied about her age. But I've never met a 14-year-old girl that came off as a fucking adult to me. I'm sorry. And then ultimately, you know, they brought the charges on him. He went to court. They also did a DNA test. When she had the baby, it was his baby, undeniably. They put him in prison. I had showed 2 videos of his parole hearings or whatever, because the first time he was denied, the second time he was approved. But he even still in his parole hearings, he had a hard time even, you know, admitting that he had did some wrong. He was still trying to shift the blame on the victim and all that. But I had found out about that situation from Folks Alert app on YouTube. Actually, me and him had gotten into it because I was fresh in these YouTube streets. Like, I had videos or whatever, but I'm really passionate about, you know, standing up for victims. And I had totally forgot to even give him credit. And it was not on purpose, but he had found out about it. And he was the one that dropped the information. Like, he was solely the one that dropped it. So he took that as a form of disrespect. So me and him were beefing for a while back and forth or whatever. And he had flagged down one of my videos or whatever on Sinful the P. And then, you know, we had worked it all out. And then I had re-put out the video on Sinful the P. But Sonetta knew about this whole time, but he's running around saying that he wasn't convicted. And yes, he was. I don't know how you go to prison for, you know, molesting a child if you weren't convicted.
Yeah, this is bad, man. Because, you know, I remember that live stream. So it goes, I ain't gonna do nothing because you send me on Sympathy P. Sympathy P is my friend. I don't care what you said. And I was wondering, because I remember that video. I was like, who's he talking to? So he was talking to you, innit? He was talking to you. Okay. He was talking to you. See, he didn't mention your name now, but until now he mentions your name regularly in his thing, Queen's Thrones. But your video be getting traction though. And that's what I found you. Go ahead.
For a minute, he wouldn't even speak on me. But I knew that was going to be kind of short-lived or whatever. I was actually surprised that he wasn't speaking on me. He probably thought that if he did drop my name, then more people would come and watch or whatever. But I just like went off with the videos, and, you know, people started also finding my channel off of that. But I also did have over, you know, 2,800 subs. You know what I mean? I got videos on my channel right now on, you know what I mean, where I got 41,000 subscribers. I mean, 41,000 views. You know what I mean? Just doing what I normally do. I've went at the elite and all that. You know what I mean? So I don't understand why it's any different in this situation.
So what you saying about Nepal? Nepal, she's complicit as well. She understands that and she's sticking. Because you said that she was wilding out. She comes across like she's not really down for that. She's not really down for that stuff.
She's a liar. Nepal never fought for no children or whatever on no real level until this situation came out. She was another one saying that we're ultimately just gonna wait and find out what happens in court, and then we'll go in on it, and that's just trash. But she can't claim that she's also like advocating for children when she's talking about a deceased child that had committed suicide and trying to drag the mother for that. We know that, you know, suicide in teens is something that, you know, is big. It does go on. It could be bullying at school. It could have ultimately had nothing to do with the parent or whatever, but Nepal's trying to say that it was the mom's fault and this and that, and she's not doing enough. And her efforts to, you know, fight bullying and stuff like that. Nepal is trying to like shoot that down and claim that it's a scam, and that's just not the truth.
Wow, Steve, because you know when she probably came along, she probably like again, everyone probably had good interest in that. She's been brought into the vortex of defending herself and stuff like this. I'll tell you, it's very messy, man. Even yourself, you know, people saying stuff about you as well. And you know, I said to myself, like, yeah, I don't really care. Like, I don't really, you know, when someone says stuff about someone, I don't like that stuff, and I'm not gonna judge someone. I mean, you can only judge someone, you know, your own interaction. We're here on YouTube. We're never gonna know each other. But saying stuff and slandering each other is bad, man. And it's some real bad slander.
That have been said about me, I got videos up where we going through that, and ultimately the chick that did a video, I mean, tried to dox me or whatever. She sent that info to Sonetta or whatever, and he's going off of that. However, that's already been debunked. All those videos are up on my channel. You know what I mean? And she was another one that was flagging my pedophile exposure content. And I wondered for the longest, like, why is she just attacking my pedophile exposure content when I would come and drag her? She's not flagging that video, but she's flagging these. And ultimately, we found out that her baby daddy is a 2-time sex offender.
Wow. Really?
Yes, because my boy Body After Body doxed that bitch. Yeah.
Oh man. Oh my
so,
gosh.
I mean, it gets deep. There's a lot of shit going on. There's a lot of shenanigans.
Yeah, it's mess. Where do you think this is going to end up though? What do you think will happen in about a month or two? Where do you think?
It ain't gonna be over in a month. It's not gonna be over in a month. Nah. I mean, I've covered a lot of cases. I mean, it could, but I doubt it. I would say 75% sure that this will go on at least several months, if not at least a year or more. It could happen.
Wow. Well, you're on the case though, man. Hey, I really appreciate you letting me come on Queens Throne, man. You keep doing your thing, and everyone in the chat, man. I hope, I'm sure everyone got information they needed in that. But I really appreciate you coming and the rest of the guys in the panel. And yeah, man.
Really quick before you go, some people think that you're polite with the English accent.
That
laugh kind of sounded like Polite's laugh a little bit. I'm not saying that I believe that. I'm just saying.
Oh, do you want me to come on camera now? I'll go on camera for a bit. Yeah, let me go on camera.
Would you? Because I don't want anybody saying that you are. See, that's definitely not polite. Shout out to that brother right there. Shout out to him.
I'm not polite, man.
I'm glad that you did that. Not that you really had anything to prove to us, but just so, you know what I mean? We could quiet all of that,
Yeah, that's cool. All right, you take care, Queens Throne. Thanks for letting me come over. You take care.
Much love anytime. Salute. I appreciate you. Bye-bye. So, Royal Family, we are coming down to the, you know what I mean? The wire on this one, okay? We got court on the 15th. Let me see what the date is. It's the 9th, okay? We ain't got that long. Sonetta is demanding that everybody delete videos that they have used. My issue with that is those videos are our receipts. Okay? And the only reason why Sonetta has a problem with that is because we killing them with his own videos. I understand how that hurts or whatever, but baby, wipe that shit out, put a Band-Aid on and get it together. In all reality, if you flag my channel, I definitely have a right to flag over a year's worth of your content where you use my artwork without paying for it. Sonetta, while you was just in that video talking shit about me, mad because I'm using your shit, you have used my motherfucking artwork without paying. I made no big deal about it. A motherfucker could say that I'm clout chasing or whatever. That is not it. Me and Sonetta literally fell out in December for nothing. My brother had passed away and I just left off of YouTube. Sonetta was like, dang, like she ain't coming to my chat. I wasn't even posting on my page. And if he was smart, he would have looked and noticed that. But I didn't come out and say anything about Sonetta. I wasn't at him. I didn't say nothing foul about him until this situation came about because I didn't like how he was handling it. And then we're finding out, even through digging through all this information, that Sonetta may have had situations with children or a child at the time, when he was 33 and he was dating Nikki, who was 15. The way that he also handled the Polite situation as a leader, I think that's trash. The way that he claims to be a leader, but he's beyond approach. Like, you can't approach him with anything that he does or says that's foul as fuck. That's crazy to me. And ultimately, Sonetta, you want us to remove these videos because it's evidence and it makes you look bad. And that's the reason why, bro. That's the reason why. Now, I did, while this live was on, I went and found damn near every video where I used your work. I attempted to. And I privated it for now. I'm not saying that I'm not going to like just start up a new channel and put it all on there, because if you flag that down, oh well. But I'm not off your ass. I will get creative as fuck. I am the fucking edit queen in this bitch. I will edit the fuck out of that shit. I would change your voice. I would change how the screen look. All that. All that. You don't got me off your ass. Again, we gonna see. We gonna see who he flags down, y'all. We gonna see. I just think that it's crazy that all this is taking place. And I'm very surprised that all this is coming out about Sonetta, and even that he had that stance. I would have honestly, you know, when he asked me to come on his page, right, and do an interview about molestation where I told my story, I really thought that he really cared about survivors. But now I see that that's not it. That was just a way to get more, you know, watch time minutes or whatever on his page. And I think that's trash. Ultimately, I won't be supporting Sonetta going forward, and I'm not off his ass. And I really think that Nepal is also involved in sex trafficking. And we gonna be on Nepal too. Because like I said, her going after Hurricane Katrina boss, that's foul. That's foul as hell. Her child is deceased. I've dealt with your kind before, Nepal, and I guarantee you don't want these issues. So I don't know how we're gonna approach this situation. Like I said, I can edit you know, videos to just get what we need. I could change the sound, but you know what I mean, the volume or whatever. But it's sad that we would have to do all that. You know what I mean? To prove the point, but I understand, Si. You want to play like a little punk bitch or whatever. I get it. It speaks volumes though. In reality, you look guilty as fuck. And you only, you know, I mean, really started to go after me on this shit, right? Claiming that you're gonna flag down my page when I posted that shit up about Nikki. And I think that's the reason why, because I think you really did that to Nikki. And I hope Nikki does come out, whether it's on my platform or Tasha K's or whatever. But I'll be there if that's what happens. I'm on your ass side. This doesn't change shit. And again, you guys, listen to this. Remember that this man is essentially trying to dismiss evidence by doing this. He doesn't want to delete the videos with Polite in there because they help him make money, but he doesn't want us to call him out either. That shit's suspect. That's weird. With that said, y'all, I don't know. Now, the situation with Nepal, because I am on her ass, trust and believe. And shout out to the Argument League and stuff like that for coming out. Another thing that's dumb as hell, Si, I used your video where you were going at Solar Mind. And since you said that you were going to flag down my videos, I removed that information. But the reason why you don't care about that is because you and Nepal doctored up that man's case. Like, yeah, what he did was fucked up 17 years ago. But what y'all tried to do is make it more serious, sir. Pun intended. Y'all, if y'all know, if you were following along, you know what the serious, you know, situation is or whatever. But that situation with Nepal is like a 4-hour or 3-hour live stream. So we'll be going through that. I don't know if I'll do that. Just, you know, I mean, do what I got to do with that and then just upload it or premiere it or go live or whatever. We, for some reason, are still having issues with internet in reality, but maybe that's been worked out because I didn't really have a problem with this one. So we'll see what happens. But that's what I'm trying to come back with tomorrow. So, and if from here on out, if I just play the audio, you know what I'm saying, from a video, understand that that's the reason why, because if I show maybe the screen or whatever and the audio, it would be more easily to be flagged. But with that said, y'all, I'm up out of here. Y'all let me know how y'all feel or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Understand that I'm standing on it, but I did remove those videos because they're not removed, but and again, I can always download them and upload them to a whole new channel, tell y'all what it is, and we could go from there. But because ultimately, Miss Ray Moody Live has done a lot of work bringing us, you know, cases and stuff like that. And I just really don't want her work to go, you know, out the window or whatever. I don't want to lose any channel due to that fact. I put in a lot of work, but so did Miss Ray. And I can't just go off of like how I feel, because Miss Ray, truth or not, when you had brought this to me, even though I had known that Sonetta had said this, I told you, I was like, what should I do? You know what I'm saying? And you had said, you know, like just delete it or whatever. And then I was like, man, fuck that shit. You know what I mean? But since, you know, coming on live or whatever, I was like, all right, whatever. Because in reality, there's other ways around it. Period. I love you too, Manny. I love all y'all. For real, even the haters, period. Because we gonna do what's right for our children and our women. And I don't really care who doesn't like it. I don't care who thinks I'm a clout chaser, who thinks I'm a bitch, you know, whatever. It really does not matter at the end of the day. I know who I am. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm fighting for. You can think what you want. It don't really matter to me. Shout out to Red Wing Hockey. Shout out to all my mods. And if you are a mod, or you were a mod on one of my other channels, it doesn't mean that you don't have your wrench. All my channels are named Queen's Throne now. So it might have been another Queen's Throne channel. And I just, you know, just let me know. Hit me up or whatever, in IG or whatever. And if you were truly a mod, I will give you back your wrench. I didn't take anybody's wrench though. But with that said, I'm about to get up out of here. Much love. I will see you guys tomorrow. Well, damn, fuck. I gotta go to work in like 5 hours, y'all. Let me get up out of here. Much love. Salute. Oh my God, bro. Hold up. Tyrant's Bane, bro. Y'all. Tyrant's Bane did a video on this. I will also be premiering that or showing that as well. You know, adding commentary, but in reality, I really don't need to add commentary because he killed it. But just when I upload this video, understand that man be working out to death, okay? And while he was doing the video, him and his daughter were on, you know, a pretty healthy walk. So understand that he had to take, you know, time to take a breath and all this and that. But I'll probably be uploading that as well tomorrow, because Tyrant's Bane has always been in my corner for years now, just like some of my other mods. And I do appreciate when he speaks up for what is right. And he spoke gems in that video, whether it was he was talking about me or another situation. He definitely brought the truth to the light. So I will definitely be doing that as well. But we got a lot of stuff to go through. I got shit that's piling up. I'm gonna have more time going forward. So just wait for them uploads when I go live. Understand that I'm here with you. Shout out to EJ Boxing. Thank you for camming up, even though you really didn't have to. We just wanted to dispel any, you know, because you did kind of sound like Polite with an English accent. I was like a couple of times like, well, he do sound like Polite with an English accent, but I appreciate you for doing that. Shout out to everybody that came up here, question everything, preach, and the other gentlemen. I appreciate you. Ultimately, you can have a different opinion from me. You can have your own opinion over here and I can respect it. What you're not going to do is troll me or be disrespectful to me or my mods in my chat room. And with that said, moderators, going forward, if people come in here and they on some disrespect, just block their fucking ass. If they on bullshit, just block them. That's it. You know what I mean? Because right now is that time to where people are going to show their true colors. They're either with the predators or they're either against them. We want those that are against them, not those that support that shit. That's trash. Anyway, let me stop rambling. It's 3:09 in the morning where I'm at. I got to be working like 5 hours, bro. But much love. Stay you know, stay uncompromisable. Stay woke, because you will see me in another video. Like I said, much love and salute. Y'all take care. I'll be back at y'all soon. Bye-bye.